Okay, so it looks like everything is up and running. Hello everyone, my name's Potentate, but I go by Poe. Thank you so much for joining me. And as you can see, very excited. For those who have joined before, you know that I do the simulated universe and my calyxes when you all are not here, and the daily quest, of course. And so that I can build up tickets and whatnot and like points. And so I'll get everybody caught up. As you can see, we can do a 10 pull on the standard banner and on the limited banner today. And as shown by the title, I really want to get Jinyuan's light cone, and we are 60 pity into it. I don't have much other updates when it comes to anything else. I have gotten a few more light cones leveled up. Everybody's got relics. I haven't done much with the relics yet. Yeah, I think that's about it when it comes to this. I can show you the characters. So I'm doing pretty good on leveling up characters, as you can see. I've almost got everybody maxed out to 40. I think I got to... Yeah, I'm here. These 4 are the last ones that I need to level up to get everybody up to level 40. And then the next thing I'll start working on is everybody's light cones. Now, I am a little bit stuck when it comes to the light cones because I don't have this enhancement material, so I'll have to work on that. But we are getting there and like starting to not upload, but like get everyone more powerful. There is one drawback though. As you can see, I've hit the cap again and I've started collecting XP over it for Trailblazer level 30. It's kind of funny how fast that happened, considering I swear just the other day I finally got past the 20 cap. And then we'll go over some of the achievements I got while I was away. So defeat 20 enemies with lightning break damage, flip weakness break to 4 enemies, and a character has 5 or more buffs at the beginning of a turn. I do believe that's all of the ones I have so far. Oh, we got an even 90 achievements so far. That's cool. Let's see what we got in Travelogue. Oh yeah, the event. So I'll go... Most likely my plan is I'm going to do the simulated universe and we're going to do the occurrence run, because in my last stream I was able to do the full combat run and get through it. And since then I've done the simulated universe 2 more times on World 2 doing a full combat run. I'll show you the updates then, and then we'll go and get this event, however far into it we can get at this point. What's unlocked. I think everything's unlocked now. We'll see. But we'll get as much of that done as possible. And then it looks like we have some messages from quite a few people, probably because I got to the level 30 cap. So what does Arlen need? Okay, basic cardiopulmonary function training for our newly recruited staff at the security department. 13. Prepare nutritious talents and flavored cans for Peppy. Remind Miss Asta to prepare online for tomorrow's meeting. Don't drink too much coffee. Roger, I'm on it. It's like, we will be helpful. Sorry, I accidentally sent you my memos. Please pretend you didn't see them. That's cool, I'll help out. Your notes are very interesting. Keep sending them to me. No, I'll be embarrassed. I need to take care of a work thing. Let's talk about it next time we meet. Bye! Ah, he's running away. He's embarrassed. Oh, Dan Hung. I might not get back to the express today. What happened? Are you okay? I'm observing a never-before-seen creature. It would be tomorrow morning when I finish collecting everything I need for the databank. Why, are you interested in it? Maybe. Depending on what kind of creature it is. If it's an insect, no. If it's like a megafauna, maybe. Don't worry, no need to push yourself. Furthermore, they're quite vigilant and difficult to exert. They'll scatter the moment they perceive any potential danger. I'm thinking about choosing another location to observe them. Go up into the trees. Using leaves to camouflage oneself? That might be a good idea. Is it too late to come? Will I make it if I go over there now? Why? Interested? Just want to observe down hung in a tree. He's okay with it. Have a look. I don't know what I'm looking at, so it looks bad. Terrible. The photos are not sent yet. Photo. I took this picture of the couch. What do you think? Do you have any suggestions? The aperture should be lower. There's no thing to nitpick with this one. I have no idea what aperture is, so I'd just be like, no, it's good. What a coincidence. I think so too. If there's anything to criticize, it'll be not having me in the picture. Alright, you're it. To take photos, I assume? Kalis, my official photographer. The confidence. Also, sorry if my voice is a bit scratchy. My throat hurts, and I don't know if it's allergies or if the potion is catching up with me and is roughening up my throat. Let's see. Alright, so as you can see, I'm at the simulated universe. Well, actually, no, I want to do my warps first. You know how it is. Alright, so we have 1 10-pole, and we're not going to do Jingyuan, we already have him, thankfully. We're at 60 pity on this thing. I'm really hoping... usually people get their 5-star in between like 70 to 80, but I'm hoping streamer luck will get me in the 60 to 70 zone. If not, please give me Dan Heng. I have gotten March 7th and Asta's light cones, I think at this point 3 times for both of them. And I've only gotten 1 Dan Heng. And Dan Heng is the only one I actually use in battle. So, let's see. No rainbow. So we're at 70 pity now. Thankfully we have, like 14 more days of this one, so I still have time to build up more tickets. Alright. Please give me Dan Heng. Thank you. I literally was about to say I'm getting tired of getting March 7th's card, and that's the one that showed up. At least we got a Dan Heng this time. Honestly. Alright, standard banner, we have 3 pity, because the last one I got was Branya. So far I've gotten Jurpard, and I've been calling him Jurpard. I swear there was an R there. Is Gepard? Oh. Well, I've gotten these 2 so far. Alright, no rainbow for that one, so we're at 13 now. I have all of the characters except for Xu Sheng that are 4 stars. So either a Su Sheng, a Dan Heng light, Indolin, or a light cone I don't have would be cool. That is a light cone I don't have. I'll need to look who that's good for. Take a... Oh wait, not there. Alright, let's... Ooh. Unlock this so I can superimpose it. And then we got another March 7th one, which brings us up to... Oh no, I've gotten it 4 times, not 3. If I get March 7th's light cone one more time, I'll have it maxed out. Alright, so who does the moles welcome you? Who does that work for? Go to game 8, who's my go-to build site. Okay, so they're good for quite a few people. Arland, Clara, Hook, and the Trailblazer. I wouldn't put it on the Trailblazer because I'm saving up for that light cone that you get from Herta's shop, so there wouldn't really be any point to change his. Let's see who it is the best on. Okay, so according to this, it's the 4th best for the Trailblazer when you're doing their destruction path, not the one with the bat, not the one with the for Arland, it's 5th best. For Clara, it's 4th best. And for Hook, it's also 4th best. This is probably Hook's, like, actual light cone, kind of like these are. The signature light cones for these characters, like that one. This one is probably Hook's signature light cone, but according to builds, the Peppy light cone is actually better for Hook than this one. But if it's her signature, I like leaving the signature ones on the characters even though they're not maybe the best light cone for them. So I kinda, if this is Hook's, I kinda want to put it on Hook. Yeah, I'm gonna do that, even if it's not the best for her. We're gonna switch this light cone out with this one. There we go. Alright, is there anything else I need to do? Yes, I need to feed the light cones to each other. Alright, I have that one maxed, I have that one maxed, that one's maxed, that one's maxed. This one needs 1. I think meshing cogs I have maxed. That one's maxed. That one's maxed. That one's maxed. 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 Okay, I think everything is now maxed. I think this was the last one I had to get maxed. No, this one's not maxed. And then the Trailblazer one. Why is this one, the one I'm using the most, the only one that's not maxed, or the only other one that's not maxed? Swear it's a rare 3-star light cone. Alright, so I can feed these to everyone else. Yeah, currently I can't ascend these because I don't have the materials for it. Okay. Alright, so we are going to do the simulated universe. We're going to do, as you can see, I've done it twice now. Oh, right, I was gonna show you. Also, because I have done it, I think twice now since the last time I streamed, I was able to get these two abilities. And then at 64 of those. And then I have 6 of these. So I'm really trying to get this one for the Trailblazer, because it's, I think, the best 5-star cone on them currently. So this time we're going to, where is he? There he is. We're going to do fully just a, oh, those are new. So this is what I unlocked with the upgrade in the ability tree. So Path Resonant can be activated when 3 blessings of the hunt have been obtained. The Resonant formation can be activated when 6 have been obtained. Alright, so we really want to invest in the hunt cards. But yeah, this time, as you can see in this pathway, they have divergence. We've been doing the pure combat, so let's do pure occurrence and see what's different.
Hear the thunder! I've no answer. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Alright, first hunt card.
Rules are made to be broken. Conflict is pitiless. A will forged in ice never falters.
Yeah, so I haven't been able to get through this simulated universe too, purely on like the computers running it. I just pick out the blessing cards. So, alright. Like I said, this is going to be a pure occurrence run. Alright, let's see what event it gives us. You are in a sprawling wasteland and your vision is obscured by abandoned containers. Thick smoke permeates the air and scrapped robots are dismantled into broken parts. The words IPC are printed on their torsos as their heads rest next to their feet, no longer sentient. A rustling comes from the pile of trash behind you. You sense someone's eyes on you. As you turn around, you notice a robot hiding behind a box. You approach the robot and find that it's incapacitated with its cables snapped. We were hailed as the Amber Lord support team. Taravan Kane created us, used us, and ultimately abandoned us. The robot shows you the items it is trying its best to keep safe. Jim Hulk stopped functioning 371,029 seconds ago. Jim Hull is about to stop functioning in 74,158 seconds and can no longer keep my brother's items. Please help me. Bring one of these out of here. Blessing or cosmic fragment? Well, obviously the blessing. Because they keep giving me 2 stars and I always go for the highest rated blessing, I am not able to I'm not gonna be able to try out that new hunts thing. Alright, you sit at a card table across from a one-eyed dealer whose metal prosthetic legs are intertwined with the legs of the Nildis table. His torso runs through a hole in the center of the table with the pinball circling his waist. He moves his eyeballs to look at you before bowing at you gentlemanly. Next, the dealer distributes the chips and shuffles the cards gracefully with his tin mechanical arms. There is a certain chance that you will unfold the most wonderful memory of this world. The dealer deals a stack of cards to you and adds, however, you might also reveal some mysterious affairs that aren't supposed to be made known. If you are unlucky, the consequences will be dire. Obtain a blessing for every success and enter combat if failed. The current failure rate is 30%. Risk management is important. We'll obviously flip the card. You open your eyes and find nothing has changed. You've drawn a blank card. The chance of drawing one is low, but is still one of the possible outcomes, the dealer explains. You gain nothing. Do you want to draw more cards? Yeah. And then the failure rate went up to 60. You are in a deep slumber. The air is stuffy and your forehead is covered with beads of sweat. As hard as you try, you are unable to wake up. Just then a voice comes from the sky. The Stelron will fulfill any wish of yours. I am very sorry. Your memory has been interrupted. You look up at the dealer, whose 10 arms twist together, forming a spinning matrix, and making bullets by converging the gravitational waves. Ah, so I guess we failed.
Move carefully.
Oh, and it's like the boss room. We're about to fight him in the next room.
Show no mercy. Is that all? The sanctuary is but a vision. Break! Conflict is pitiless. More than that. Will forged in ice never falters. Rules are made to be broken.
All right,
Here
one
is
down.
thunder. Show no mercy. Conflict is pitiless.
Second hunt card. We're about to go halfway through.
Is the initiative.
Oh, this is a different one. Usually it's that deer guy that's the in the middle.
Here is thunder.
Maybe he's already fought. Maybe he's not in here. We can fight him once.
The sanctuary is but a vision. Break! Conflict is pitiless. Will forged in ice never falters. Here is thunder. Show no mercy. Rules are made to be broken. Conflict is pitiless.
All right. Well, we'll pick another hunt card. So that gets us 3. So we've unlocked this one. All right, we need 3 more to get that new thing we've gotten. And this was also something I unlocked. Now, if I can get to this room, I can also, for cosmic fragments, awaken people. Like if I get a character down, they can now be respawned if I have the cosmic fragments for it. Alright. Blessing, please. I usually go for the buff or debuff blessings because I don't have a buff or debuffer on my team. And they have so far been working really well for me.
Too late.
And that's the ultimate. And we're getting a lot of blues this time. Nothing new though, which is unfortunate.
The sanctuary is but a vision.
Because I think on all of the different routes that I've unlocked so far, I'm missing like 3 gold and like 3 or 4 of the blue.
Will forged in ice.
On all of them.
Never falter.
So, like I have all of the 1-star rarities. These guys, I've learned that you have to be like careful against them, not because they're like super strong, but because they have like a wider reach compared to like a wider reach compared to what you're used to, and so they have like a higher chance of alright, so currents of hitting you so that you know, get ambushed. Alright, in between the red rocks and an insummonus, you discover the white stone sculpture of a human head. Well, thank you for joining, even if you can't hear me right this second. Here, I'll... Thank you for joining, even if you can't hear. Thanks so much. Alright, so where was I? It's the size is just right to be held in your fist. You read the inscription on the stone platform that says Yaoshi, the Eon of Abundance. We've been seeing them a bit in the encounters in Simulated World 2. On the spur of the moment, you wrap your fingers around the sculpture, feeling it's transforming into a bird in your hand. Its longevity proliferates and expands in a visualized form, and scarred liquid flows through your fingers. All sentient beings will have all their wishes. Thank you so much. The support is... Oh wait, they can't hear me. The support is really appreciated. If I can spell appreciated, I cannot spell it. There we go. Autocorrect saves the day. Support is really appreciated. I'll try to have fun, and I'll probably still be streaming in an hour. How did you get the hearts? I also want to do hearts. Oh, I can. Nice. Alright, I'll send you will have their wishes fulfilled. Torment and healing are in a symbiotic relationship. Alright. Discard the statue, be decisive. Obtain 1 blessing of 2-star rarity, and all characters lose HP equal to 30%. Believe in them with pure devotions. I've been really excited. I gotta type it too. I've been really excited to stream as well. I was just really busy yesterday and couldn't. Yeah, I was helping my uncle with our roof yesterday, and then before that I had to get groceries and some other stuff, so did not have the time to stream yesterday. 1-star, 3-star rarity, and all characters lose HP equal to 80% of the current HP. We'll gamble. We'll take the 80. And it's nothing new. That's what I was hoping for. It would be a new 3-star I don't have. Ooh, look at that. Alright, we're gonna need to use Kalis's E to...
Keep at it. Keep at it. Keep at it.
Who needs a healer when you have Kalis?
We need a strategy.
Oh, here he is. I thought he was in an earlier one. Ew.
The sanctuary is but a vision. Break! Conflict is pitiless. Show no mercy.
Trying to get my jackpot in like the perfect spot so that it's not too much over the game.
Are made to be broken.
But you can see all the icons and stuff. I'm really excited for when I get to affiliate because I have bought the cutest sign badges.
Conflict is pitiless.
The link for the creator I bought them from, because I bought them on Etsy. It should be in my
Will forged in ice never falters.
it'll be on my about page, I believe. Ooh, we might die here.
Rules are made to be broken.
Is it doing some kind of bleed effect?
But a vision.
I wasn't paying attention at all. Oh, it is doing some kind of bleed effect. That's new for me.
Will forged in ice never falters.
But I want to make sure that you'll be able to see the icons. They're really cute. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna survive this one. We didn't make it. Able to get anything? No, because the next one's at 100. So we did not get there. I guess gambling on that one was a little bit too much. We'll come back and do this later so you don't have to. We'll try again in a little bit so y'all don't have to see me continuously trying to do it. And it did not count towards anything here. Okay.
Nice.
We did get an achievement though. Defeat an enemy with a character that has less than 1 HP left. Alright, let's go. Don't think I have anything else on this. Well, I have all these side quests that I could do. Oh yeah, that secret society that we joined. In another one of the daily quests. So let's do our daily, then we'll do the event, and then I guess we might do some cleanup in the, for the side quests and whatnot. So I did find out, because it's been driving me insane that I don't have this one treasure chest, but I did find out that there is this part here that I didn't know about that's currently blocked off to me. That's probably part of the main quest, and that is where the last chest is. It's like right here. So let's see. You found a note in a corner of the notice board that says, Ammo, a member of the Rightful Right Society has issued an assignment. Please contact Ammo if you are interested in offering your help. I'll ask Ammo about it. So, if you all weren't here, we had a daily quest where we were talking to the guy that owns the hotel, and we helped someone out in his hotel lobby that he was friends with that made us join a secret society. I always feel this strange calm when I stare at a trash can. Yeah. Oh, it's you. Seems like there are still plenty of good people in this world. That's good. My situation is this. I'm the ghostwriter of the sequel of A Tale of Wonderlands, but I just can't manage to copy the feeling of the original. That's why an editor is hot on my trail. She recently found out where I live and keeps visiting me, but I don't have any manuscripts to show her. The editor is named Nika, and my commission to you is to get her away from me. I don't care how you do it, or what you say to her. It would be best if she thinks Ammo's gone and never comes back. Can you do that? If you can't, then I'll think of something else. I'm very good at persuading people. So far we have not been good at persuading people, but alright, leave it to me, I'll talk to her. Please, you have my sincerest thanks. So what the Rightful Right Society does is that, God, I sound like I'm going through a very bad allergy fit, but it's really just my throat. Is that we help people who are like doing hobbies to like free up their time. So like, just like doing stuff so that they have some free time to pursue their hobbies instead of being like pressured to work all the time. Oh, you know the famous author? What about him? He went into the snow plains. I see. I was wondering why I couldn't find him lately. Yeah, right. I'm not going to believe such an excuse. You might as well tell me he got sick from going through Bellbog's trash cans. He did get sick from going through the trash cans. You didn't have to run with what I said. I know you're here to ask me to leave him alone, right? Tell him not to worry. I'm not looking for him because of the manuscript. It's because my chief editor likes his work and wants to hire him as a column writer for the Crystal Daily. But since he's always hiding from me, I never got to tell him about this. Could you please let him know when you see him? If he's interested, he can come directly to our office for a discussion. The chief editor really likes his works and is on term with our terms are negotiable. Wow, I can't speak. He won't have to sigh all day while hugging a trash can anymore. I mean, he really is wistfully looking at trash cans. I'm not lying about that part. My guy, you have a job. Alright, this is what Nico said. You told Ammo what Nico has said. So that's how it is. This is a trap. I won't fall for it. She just wants to find and torture me, lock me up and force me to write. I'm never leaving my trash can. This is my only hope. Home. I'm sorry, I was so engrossed and feeling sorry for myself that I forgot to thank you. Thank you for running the errand for me. These are my only savings. Please take them. My man, you only have 5,000 credits to your name. Poor guy. Alright. Let's go and work on the event now.
It's getting late. Where to now?
I think we've already, at the time, the event only had the first 2 parts unlocked, and I had done both of them. So let's see. Let's go. Yeah, so I had done these 2. So let's see if we can get through welterweight. And we're just gonna go with my normal team setup. Oh, Serval. Now I've been told that like how you set up your team actually matters. So I probably shouldn't put my because AoEs are usually glass cannons, but supposedly like that's why they're in this, like this person's farthest in the back so they get hit less. So and then I should put Kalis here then, because he has better HP, and then Jing Yuan should be in the back because he has the least HP. Something like this. Alright, let's see who we get. A gunner, not bad. Why do they have so many people? And then we're not able, we are able to just put it on auto.
Is that all?
And then from what we've learned from the prior event levels is that there's no point in saving up your ultimates.
Never falter!
They don't transfer over, and you will get back all of your health for the next round. So,
but
there's no point in trying to preserve your health either.
be broken.
just go all in for them.
Conflict
And then
is pitiless. Show no mercy.
Okay, not bad. Little scarier than a gunner,
No
but still
interest
not
in
bad.
conflict.
The shade walker.
Here, the thunder.
How's everybody dealing with mosquitoes? I have been getting a lot. I got bit by a mosquito yesterday on my hand, and I am not having a good time because of it. Okay, mini boss. Genuine is really good, but I've heard, I can't tell if you can hear me yet, so I'll type it too. Genuine is really good, but unless you want
Conflict
the
is pitiless.
his base stats
Is that all?
are very similar to Serval.
Will forged in ice never falters.
Cat bug.
The sanctuary is but a vision. Break! Rules are made to be broken.
I've
Here,
heard
the thunder.
that you need his light cone as well if you're getting him to be a powerhouse. Oh, that's a mini boss I haven't seen before. That's why I've been pulling so much on his light cone banner, because I'm trying, because I've heard that.
Conflict is pitiless. It'll heal. Will forged in ice never falters.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's why I've been
Show no
pulling
mercy.
so much on his
Made to be broken.
light cone banner.
Will forged in ice never
For
falters.
those who weren't here at the early stream,
Show no mercy.
I did another temple, so I'm currently
Sanctuary is
at
but a vision.
70 pity for it. But hopefully next pull I'll be able to get some kind of light cone out of
Is that it?
it. Yes, I am going for the build.
Here, the thunder. Just a scratch. Rules are made to be broken.
All right. So we got through welterweight. Let's see. We did not get within the 8 rounds though for the best one. So let's see. Middleweight is open. So let's start on middleweight. Let's see. Oh, they have Gepard. I have that, man. I wonder if their trial one is probably better than mine, but Ooh. There we go. Oh, really easy one at the beginning of this one, but they're
I've no interest in
their like health and stuff are going up every round, so it's getting a little harder even with the basic ones to fight them.
The sanctuary is but a vision. Here is thunder. Show no mercy.
But I did want to give you on just the side candy though.
Forged in ice. Never falters.
Yeah, I'll probably, because as I'm telling you, the chat is a little bit hard to see when it's going over this panel, the game. I will probably download Mix It Up because I've seen some really cute chat bubbles. What? No winks for me? Oh god, we gotta pull out the old school winky face. I love these like really old school emojis they have as default in the chat.
Fighting is meaningless. Conflict is pitiless. Will forged in ice never falters. The sanctuary is but a vision.
I've literally forgotten what I was
thunder.
talking about.
Show no mercy.
I know I was talking about polls, and then I got distracted. Nope, could not tell you all anymore. This is how chat's gonna end up distracting me in the future. I'll be doing something and just be like, what was going on? Oh, it's the maiden.
Is that all?
Oh, right, I'm gonna download, like, Mix...
We're forged in ice.
Yeah, I'm going
Never
to
falter.
probably download Mix It Up, because there's this, really nice...
Conflict
person who's put together like these really cute chat bubbles, which will make it,
forged in ice.
If someone has like a longer chat, that you'll actually be able to see it
Show
over
no
the
mercy.
game.
The sanctuary is but a vision.
So I'll probably add those eventually.
Here is thunder.
There are some things I want to add that I haven't been able to add yet because of the fact that I'm not an affiliate, but we are working on that. Working our way up to that.
Conflict is pitiless.
The sorry if the chat is a little hard
Show
to
no
see
mercy.
currently, guys. I'm gonna work on it, don't worry.
Will forged in ice never falters.
I wish I could make the chat
Made to be
longer.
broken.
That's the only issue I've run into is that, like, the box doesn't allow me to just expand downward. I'd have to expand outward too, if that makes any sense, which would go over more of the game. I don't want to cover up the game yet.
The redemption never forgets.
The sanctuary is but a vision.
But yes, as I've stated before, the plans for today, I'm gonna get done with this event. I'm probably, or done as much as it'll let me. I don't know if the last round is unlocked yet. Oh, that went perfectly in order of hardest, or lowest to hardest.
Is that all?
Ooh, with the debuffer too?
Move carefully.
Okay, good. They are targeting the debuffer first. I'll get done with as much of this event as possible. I'm probably going to go to Pom and get my Trailblazer rewards, and then I'm going to start getting clean up on my side quests and companion quests. Game audio is a little loud.
Made to be broken. ice never falters! Rules are made to be broken! Show no mercy. The sanctuary is but a vision. Conflict is pitiless.
Okay, how's that? I turned out the game
Forged
just a
in ice.
little bit.
Never falters! Show no mercy. The sanctuary is but a vision. Here is thunder. Just a
Alright,
scratch.
testing. Does my voice sound a bit better? I also sound a bit hoarse today just because either the potion or allergies is getting to me. But does my voice sound any better this time? Like, audio-wise? Okay, you can understand me now. Nice. Oh, okay, heavyweight is unlocked already. Cool. So that means I'll be able to get done with the event today. So we will get heavyweight, and then we will be good for today. Gotta make sure we put everyone in order again. Edit. So it's Kalis, and then Gerpard, and then Jing Yuan, and then Dong Hong. So this is the hardest level, so we'll see if we're able to complete it or not.
Fighting is meaningless.
But yeah, as I was saying, we'll do pom-pom, and then we will probably do some cleanup on some side quests and some companion quests, and then we'll see what the time is, because it is my turn to cook dinner, and I am pretty new to cooking. Like, I know how to do it, I can follow a recipe and whatnot, but I am trying to make stuff from scratch recently, so it takes quite a bit of time. I'm going to be making a beef stir-fry kind of thing.
Conflict is pitiless.
So we'll get to see how that turns out tonight.
Show no mercy.
Does anyone else got any plans for dinner? Anything good? I've been really kind of craving ramen recently.
Never falters.
I don't know why. My brain's just like, I kind of just want some ramen. But I like don't want, like, I can't, it's a cross between I want the like 25-cent package stuff, and then I want to go to the local ramen house and just be like, I would like some tonkatsu, please. But yeah, oh, it's good that other people like cooking. I'm currently in our house, like, I'm in charge of cooking at least one meal a week currently.
Move carefully.
And so I've been trying out like a bunch of different meals. So far I have made a chicken kind of teriyaki stir fry, and it was so good, like literally so good. And then I made a hot honey chicken, and that one was really great. And then the chicken katsudon, I made that one, but the way I air fried it, because the other two I had made so far, I fried it in boiling oil on the stove. Not me having to fight Svarog. My imagination. This must be my imagination. We meet again. Variable. Is that just what Svarog's gonna call us from now on, is the variable? But also, not me having to fight him in my last round. I feel like this is rigged. I feel very much that this is rigged. Oh no. Well, I'm definitely not getting...
Conflict is pitiless.
Alright, anyway. but the chicken katsudon I have done as an air fry because the first time I did the frying with the honey hot chicken, it took forever to fry all of the chicken for the honey hot chicken, and I burned it quite a bit because it was a fight keeping the
Evaluating variables.
not like a pard. Leave like a pard alone.
Rules are made to be broken.
Yeah, chicken katsu.
Show no
The
mercy.
way they had written it was like katsu-don. Anyway, yeah, you're right, chicken katsu. I've had it before when I was, so I was in South Korea for a year. I did the teaching English in South Korea, and I got, literally the food is so good. There are like two things I miss a lot from Korea. One is the public transportation. If anyone's looked at my bio, I'm from America, as you know.
Forged in ice.
Or maybe you didn't know. But the public transportation here is garbage. Like, absolutely awful. You have to be in one of the main cities to get any form of public transportation. Dance like a butterfly, sting like a bee. And so... Okay, wait, we have a quest thing. Give me 1 second, I'll come back to it. Dear Lord, you've conquered all 5 of the leagues. Outsiders are such a frightening force of nature. Kalis, as you charge your way through the current season's matches and clear all the obstacles from your path to greatness, the Super League has come to a close. I hereby announce the season has come to a successful conclusion, and congratulations on becoming the champion. Scott Business Alliance has prepared a large number of luxurious rewards for you. Please be sure to collect them. And finally, remember our motto, Scott Business Alliance, made for the champions. Okay. We were able to do the event. We did not make the 8 rounds in any of them, but we were able to get the ones that I mostly cared about, which was these 30 round ones, so I could get the Stellar Jade. So we are done with the event. Let's look at our achievements. Deal a total of 20,000 damage to enemies inflicted with weakness break in a single battle. Cause Frigid Prowler to fail to use Devour Otherling. And we have dominate all 5 tournaments of the Boulder Town Super League. Oh, so you're only going to be able to get this achievement with the event. Once this event is over, you can't get this achievement anymore. That'll be sucky for some achievement hunters that join the game at a later time. Let's see. Oh yeah, the food in South Korea is so good. But yeah, I got used to the food there from the year that I stayed, and like the dumplings, I had so many dumplings, so many types of dumplings, or mandu, and which is just the word for dumpling, or a type of dumpling in Korea. And that's what really sucks about coming back to America, was just nothing tastes good here anymore when it comes to Southeast Asian food. Because like there was a place that I used to love going to here that had really good dumplings, but then I came back from Korea after getting used to Korean food, and they just don't taste good anymore. Oh, nice. I would definitely suggest learning at least a little bit before you go. I made the mistake of not. That's another thing, it's just any country you plan to stay in for long periods of time, immediately join a language learning class. South Korea is good if you know English, because it's very English and foreigner friendly in that like you can get around really easily knowing very little Korean. But if you want to like talk to people and whatnot, it is a little bit harder. If you just stay in like the major cities like Seoul and Busan, there are going to be more people that know English, maybe even Jeju-do too. So if you need like help, there are probably going to be people who can help you. But yeah, I would definitely, if you're going to stay there for any length of time and not just visiting for like a vacation or or a concert or something, definitely join a language class. I did not get that memo until a little bit too far into my stay. Okay, let's see. We got the event done, so let's start working on these side quests. Oh, we have to go all the way around for that, huh? Okay. Yeah, definitely if I ever am able to move, which is one of my goals when it comes to, because anyone who's seen any kind of news here in America knows that it's getting kind of scary here, especially for people who identify outside of the normal binary. So if I'm ever able to move, the minute I pretty much step foot in the country, I will probably join a language class of whatever country I move to.
It's better vision.
Yeah, so the but like even dumpling street food, like the stuff straight off the street in Korea from the vendors tastes better than like some of the restaurants I go to trying to emulate that food. Or even just like their versions of a lot of the like their versions of McDonald's, but with like Korean food, the fast food chains. Their ramen, the fast food chain ramen tastes so much better than like a lot of the ramen houses I go to when I'm here. And so I'm just like craving food that tastes similar to what I had when I was there. And so I've just like decided I was gonna start making it myself because I've gone to quite a few of the places here and I haven't been able to find anything close. Now, I did just find near the academy where I'm doing my apprenticeship, I did just find like a place that actually has really good. I've only had their sesame chicken so far, but it was so good, and so I'm holding out some hopes. But yeah, I tried to make chicken katsu, but this time I made it in the air fryer because I got scared of frying on the stove. Because the first time took forever to cook them. The second time the oil ended up popping and it actually hit my glasses. So if I had not had glasses on, that oil would have gone straight in my eye. So I'm a little bit concerned about it. So I switched to an air fryer to try my chicken katsu, and it was a little bit too dry. So I need to figure out like the tricks that come with an air fryer. Okay, so if you all weren't here when I got this one, because I was getting the red calyx. This guy is stuck here and we're trying to get him. I've been trapped here all day, hungry, thirsty, running out of oxygen. I don't have the strength to speak. So we need to rescue him. Oh, okay, it's a connector puzzle. Got it. I'm making myself hungry. I'm like, this is the only way that I can, I get myself like psyched up and hungry when I'm cooking, because then hopefully I'll cook better. But yeah, it was a little bit dry, and so I don't know if it's the recipe I used or if it's just needing to learn how to use the air fryer. But I'm definitely, anytime I need to fry anything, I'm just gonna use the air fryer due to safety concerns.
Made to be broken.
But yeah, the honey hot chicken was also really good. I made some homemade tonkatsu sauce too, and that was a good recipe. So overall, I found some great recipes so far. My chicken has been, outside of the honey hot chicken, that was really good. My recipes have not been the best. No, the recipes have been the best, but my ability to cook the chicken hasn't been great. But yeah, so hopefully, this time it's beef I'm gonna be using, so we'll see how that goes. But slowly I'm collecting all the stuff I need to try and make dumplings myself.
We caught them unawares.
So we'll see how the dumplings go. There's something over there? There might be. Let me switch the thing back. See you soon. There's something over here. Let me get it. Is there something over here? No, the doorway's just blocked. Okay. One second, guys. There we go. But yeah, I have been slowly working my way up to like have everything I need to try and make dumplings. Ah, okay, it's like that, where I needed to get to the bridge. We had something similar on a bridge up in a different section, where we needed to make the permanent bridge come online so that we could then get across. But yeah, hopefully it'll go well. That was gonna be like, if I really got into cooking, I might make that part of like on my YouTube channel. To have some of the cooking videos as I try them out. And I think my YouTube channel currently has up to my third part of this stream, so you'll be able to see what I've already done. Oh, alright, I can't go through it. Can I go around it? I cannot. Permanent bridge. Alright, sir, you're free. You move pretty quickly, lad. There are a lot of nice things in these boxes here. Help yourself. I'm in a hurry. Bye. Why didn't you just turn on the switch yourself? Ho ho ho, I suppose I didn't notice. What? I can't hear you clearly, lad. Speak up. As long as you're fine. Of course I'm fine. Every muscle and bone, everything is fine. Come on, get out of the way. I can't hold anymore. Come get me in the maintenance room if you need anything. Oh, I wonder if that was the janitor. The mysterious janitor. Go to the maintenance room. Maybe the janitor will give you, or maybe the mysterious man will give you a reward. That sounds suspicious, just the way that's worded. Let's see, we also got an achievement. Find all Repulsion Bridge treasures. That must be the light bridges that we were going back and forth across. Look, I don't know for how long this bottle opener has been in this toolbox. I finally found it. The bottle of soda is from 4 amber hours ago. Capo Cali, so fragrant. Ho ho, so refreshing. Would you like a sip? Just one sip. Good one, kid. You have no idea how frustrated I was just now. I had this tasty treat in my hand, but I couldn't drink it. I almost tried to pry it open with my teeth. It's my own fault for bringing it with me when I went down to unlock those bearings. Why did I forget the bottle opener? Let me tell you, the patent for the Capo Cali used to belong to the space station. This anti-gravity drink was once all the rage across the galaxy. Only had a few bottles left. I better enjoy every last sip while I can. Oh right, I haven't introduced myself yet, have I? I am Tian Wing, the mechanic. I'm number 1 around here in terms of age, experience, and skills. Unfortunately, it doesn't mean jack because I'm the only one in the maintenance room. I had a partner once, but he was a scoundrel. Not only did he blow a big hole in the space station, but he also kept sending back these strange letters. He always blocked the bearings and made me go to repair them. I never got along with that troublemaker. It's as if we were fated to be at odds with each other. Hakabili must have turned their backs on me. That's why I got stuck in there. I was stuck for so long, I was starting to ache. Ouch. Hey, do I look rich to you? I'm just a poor mechanic. I've been charged with dereliction of duty ever since that scoundrel made that giant hole in the station. If you want a reward, I don't have any. However, since we've been talking this whole time and you seem agreeable enough, it's worth making an exception. Listen carefully now. What I'm going to give you is 10 Star Rail special passes? Huh, what are you on about? I'm only going to show you the way to make money. You are guaranteed to make a fortune. As for the origin of this fortune, well, it all started with this person. Remember the scoundrel I was talking about? His real name is Jose? Hosea Lazaro. The old fart has a bunch of grand titles, like former researcher in the Department of Galactogeopolitics, former member of the Nameless, and member of the Armed Archaeologists. When he was still in the space station, he would boast about his inventions all day. Astro Rod, Galaxy Guide Chart, the special audio radiograph, various soft drink patents. He was so arrogant and refused to obey anyone. What's more, he would get very upset when he saw his colleagues from the Department of Galactic Geography being bullied by others. He'd often stand up for his colleagues and start fights. He sounds pretty decent. Yeah, right. Only impressionable young kids like you would get intimidated by those pretentious titles and inventions. Long story short, Hosea is famous for his craftsmanship. On one hand, it's because he likes to tinker with things in his spare time. On the other hand, it's because he would come to the maintenance room to learn from me almost every day. He was responsible for clearing blockages. He invented ultra-nickel parts, and he brewed Capicalia. As for me, I was responsible for supervising his work. By the way, we also wrote a book together, The Art of Soda and Space Station Maintenance. We did have a good time, yes, it really was quite good, until one day I was suddenly woken up from my sleep by a terribly loud noise. The scoundrel blew a giant hole in the maintenance room, and I flew away in an aircraft, leaving me with all the mess. Afterwards, I learned from the others that the fuel in the spacecraft he used for his adventures was stolen, bit by bit, from my maintenance room. And this is the station breakout incident that he boasts about all over the place. It's been so many years, but whenever I think about it, I'm still so mad at him. He betrayed his teacher and friend. I'm glad to hear you have a conscience after all. Never be like that Jose Lazario. I've been told there are many young people in the Department of Galactic Geography who worship that old scoundrel like a spiritual idol. What a bunch of buffoons. I went off topic. That's what happens when you get old. Usually I have no one to talk to, but now that I got to let it all out, I feel much better. So what I really want to give you is the treasure map that Jose Lazario left behind. You just wanted someone to chat with, didn't you? Of course not. Stop talking nonsense. The treasure map revealed by a special audiograph is the black and white. Only the location of the target room is marked with a red circle. That's the lift, right? And that's the second floor. So this must be on the first floor? The thing was hidden in a corner somewhere in the space station. Someone found it and thought it was trash, but it ended up here with me. I tried using the old scoundrel's special technique to reveal the text, and lo and behold, it revealed the coordinates of a room. I've been told that the old scoundrel left many personal treasures in the space station. This must be hidden there. You can look for them according to the location on the map. If you find them, then everything belongs to you. I have to go take a couple sips of Capicalia and tinker around with my blazing welding gun. I would have given up on that, even if Akavali were to come and pay me a visit. Does the map show me where it is? I don't even have to find it. The map's just gonna show me where the item is. This should be the room shown on the treasure map. Two Treasure Hunters, Part 1. Ahoo, you've been fooled. Actually, there is no treasure at all. The only big gifts are my 4 graffiti drafts hidden in this room, and yes, there is also a nice picture of our respected Madame Herta. You didn't expect this, did you? If you are a devout little researcher, take a deep breath, don't get a heart attack. If you are a fun-loving young person, I suggest you collect them all. Take them out while life is bad, and have some fun while studying in the Dark Tower. Laughing, Hosea Lozario. Click a button below to check the treasure map details. Click the function button. Choose hot-blooded dialogue options 5 times. To Treasure Hunters Part 2. Alright, if you can see this, it means you have followed my advice and that you possess the precious virtue of perseverance. I admit you've gone such a long way. If I don't give you something, it'll be a little mean. After all, I don't know who'd be looking for my treasures after so many amber arrows. There's a slim chance that maybe you are my future champion, my spiritual successor. Wouldn't it be a pity if I accidentally hurt my friends? Seems like there's no other way. I have to show you the real treasure now. Your respected Hosea Lazario. To Treasure Hunters Part 3. Have you ever had a soda called Capo Cali? It was once the signature of the space station and anti-gravity drink, extremely popular in the Southern Orion system. Oh sorry, besides my other famous inventions like the Astro Rod and the Galaxy Guide, this is another one of my masterpieces. The Inter-Astral Peace Corporation once wanted to spend 5 million credits to buy its recipe. I refused. When Hyarin of the Herta Department of Implement Arts has tried to steal the secret from me 33 times, for which he has been beaten to a pulp like he deserves. Now I'll make it public once and for all. To Treasure Hunters Part 4. Do not doubt your eyes. Above is the precious secret recipe of Capo Cali. I swear on my mother's grave. If you are one of us, you will know where to decode the password above. Tip: a special method is required to reveal the text. Hosea Lazaro the Terrific. What is the function button? What does it mean? Last time it was R. It's not that one. Did you find them? What are these? Don't get me wrong, I'm just curious. I don't believe the old scoundrel will leave us anything good. What's the paper you were holding? Oh, that's Madame Herta. Disrespectful. Really disrespectful. Give it to me and don't let others see it. Try the audiograph. What? The treasure is also marked with the location of another treasure. What game is he playing? Let me have a look. What? This is an encrypted letter. The secret recipe of Capo Cali. Why, you little, just you wait. There's enough audiograph reagent. Win, my man, how are things? After I left the space station, my little birds in the Department of Galactic Geography told me things were not exactly going your way thanks to my unconventional way of doing things. Your entitlement to become the head of the Department of Implement Arts got stripped. To add insult to injury, they put you in maintenance room to make up for the giant hole I blew out. It is what it is. My apology would only hurt you more at this point, nor can it make up for your loss. You know me, I hate hypocrites more than anything. For years, I've been wandering amongst the stars, and I can't remember how many times I thought of writing to you, but I've heard that of all the people working in the station, you hate Hosea Lozario the most. What's the point of sending you a letter knowing very well that you would not read it? That's why I sneaked back to the station some time ago and set up this puzzle for you to solve. All this fuss just to make sure you get the letter. Now it's time that I hand over the secret recipe of Capo Cali to you. Sell it to the IPC, they'll make it worth your while. Some sort of compensation from me, I guess. I wish you well in the rest of your journey. Secret recipe to it. Yes, you're seeing it right above is the secret recipe of Capo Cali. I swear on my mom's life that it's authentic. If you are one of us, you'll know how to decrypt it. Got a tip for you. A specific method of auto radiography is required to reveal the text. What's he playing at, that old scoundrel? It wasn't easy to deliver this letter. Just forgive him. Enough, this is between us two old farts. Young people shouldn't get involved. And besides, when I said I hated him, I said it in the heat of the moment. Of course, I never cared about all the mess he left me with. Ever since I was young, I've never liked academic research and dealing with the Department of Implement Arts. My biggest wish was to hide in the maintenance room and play with tools, work when I wake up, sleep when I get tired. In my opinion, dealing with the machines is much more fun than dealing with people. There's so many people who have come and gone through the space station over the years, with the exception of Hosea. So I was angry the old scoundrel didn't share his breakout plan with me, not even a little bit. Aren't we brothers? Shouldn't brothers be able to talk about anything? Nevertheless, it's been so many years, I have long since learned to let it go. On the contrary, whatever I hear about that kind of trouble he's making outside, I really do feel happy for him. He was born to run amok all over the galaxy. Maybe, but if he had really invited me to make a breakout from the space station, I may not have had the guts for it. So after all, the treasure is just a recipe, lad. What do you think? I want something else. Well, then I suppose another choice. That old scoundrel, after all the years, I'm still paying off his debt. Well, in that case, let me show you something. Let me see. These ingredients, I suppose I can find some in the warehouse if I look hard enough. Come on, a big bucket of fresh Capo Cali. That's the taste. Just take these sodas with you. They can refresh your mind and strengthen your body. Lad, you're the only one who would talk to me ever since Hosea left. If you're interested in that old scoundrel, you can look after the space station again and see if you can find some of those letters he sent back. Those letters are filled with bragging. That guy, he just wants more people to hear his nonsense. Nonsense is fun. You little brat. Alright, enough chit-chat. From now on, whenever you are free, just remember to come more often and chat with me. Although I don't have much of anything here, you and I have an agreement. Whenever you pop in, there will always be enough Capo Cali for you. Okay, so we got a bunch of bookshelf stuff. We're just missing this chunk. So what happens if I talk to him again? So are there like, what? Why is this bird here? Letter from the Comet Hunter 2 to the young researcher in the Department of Galactic Geography, my young fellows, pals, or whatever. Behold, a tapestry lies before you on which your former Department of Galactic Geography colleague waved in his discovery and realization after he made a breakout from the Herta space station for the Grand Galaxy. The International Peace Corporation won't sell you a word of what I'm about to say, even if you hand them a million worthless credits that you have to sell your homes to get. And what do you know? And do you know why? Because that's what I'm saying here is about freedom, rebellion, and instability. Things that evoke hatred from the IPC, which lows risks and only cares about making employees mindless machines. The best the IPC can offer is distract you with 1,000 exotic wares and 1,000 false choices from what truly matters. This is precisely why it attempts to please many factions, trying to hide the reality we live under a facade of false prosperity and happiness. Now is the time to face the truth. When I was with Herta Space Station, the Department of Galaxy Geography was looking down upon by all other departments, those self-righteous biologists, politicians to be fortune-telling conjurers and profiteers. All of them despised us, thinking that we were too incompetent to study anything else other than playing with stones and mud. Once you leave the Herta space station, you'll find the truth couldn't be further away from what you've been led to believe. Our knowledge of the scale of the galaxy is on par with that of the nameless who traverse the universe. Our desire to learn more about the geography of the universe was once blessed by the Trailblaze Eon, who laid down the star rails to connect the planets, linking the far corners of the universe, even the dark areas. The deity goes by the name Akavili. On this course paper that doesn't cost me a penny, I share with you the teachings that left us before passing away. Be proud and look skywards. If you feel things are not going your way and that all is without purpose, or that the universe is dark and cold, blow a hole in the Herta space station, make a breakout from the space station. You will find that the galaxy is yours to explore. I know this because I have done so. Disclaimer, the contents of this letter is for members of the Department of Galactic Geography only. Don't hold me accountable if you brats from the other departments try to follow suit. That's funny. Alright. Are there more of those? Is that kind of like the membrane that once I find one of them, they like unlock? Okay, so there's 2 more. Oh, that's what I was doing. Yeah. All right, settings, audio. I've already decreased the music quite a bit, so let's, because we had talked about that I was kind of a little low. There we go. That's a little low though. Let's try 7. Okay, so there should be 2 more of those, 2 more of those birds around. Let's give a quick glance around if we can. Oh, here's one. So here's one. We had read 2. Hi there, you still alive? Call it a bummer if you want, but the fact that the space station is surrounded by antimatter legion is hardly news to anyone. The entire universe knows about it except for the indifferent head in the sand bunch known as the Preservation. Other folks would at least make a bet during their downtime on how much time the space station has left. If you ask me, I'd say the space station is done for. Didn't think the Legion would actually do their job this time. Bad news for the space station, though. I, on the other hand, made a small fortune out of this. I wonder how livid your Madam Herta must be. My new boss has made it clear if this genius really does need help, the Intelligista Guild is willing to put everything on the table as long as she recognizes the Genius Society is not any better than the Intelligista Guild. What say you? Tell her about this generous offer if things do work out. Send your reply to the Tavern World's Inn. There's a seat if you walk in, turn left, and walk 5 sets. You'll find it on the 9th row, the one with an iron bell and an aster falciparum plant hanging over. Shove the letter under the 4 little Capicali tankards. Ha! Okay, there should be 1 more. There it is. To old friends and enemies and new ones. Those of you who don't know who Jose Lazaro is, feel free to ask the head of the Department of Implement Arts. I can still recall the man in charge of the Department of Implement Arts when I was a junior researcher trying my best at work. Wen Huairen was his name. Huairen. The old man, Wen Mingji, old miser, really enjoyed cutting our research funds. He slashed the supply of instruments used to test the composition of the atmosphere and soil on different planets and used the money to buy showy antiques from the IPC, calling it a business exchange. He had an eye for rare relics, I'll give him that. He bought low and sold extremely high in the interastral market. The Department of Implement Arts was raking in profits because of this. In the meantime, we had to make do with Astrorod for planetary research. Even after I hit his face with an Astrorod, he did not change a bit. Business as usual. Money for the Department of Implement Arts, budget cut for the Department of Galactic Geography. Business must have been booming for the Department of Implement Arts since I left. After all, one less accountant who ran random checks and pushed for a fair distribution of resources to worry about. More and more suppliers have Herta Department of Implement Arts branded on their packages. In addition to Wen Huairen, all those who bullied the Department of Galactic Geography were taught a lesson by me, Jose Lazaro. Many became my enemies who saw to my removal from the space station, but some turned into my friends. I'm not the most amicable type, true, and I've got into a lot of trouble because of that, but Wen Taiwing was the only one who gave me a proper smack. It was on me, though. I own that. Those old friends of mine, I know most of them are still kicking. Same goes for me. In fact, I want them to know that I have never felt better, despite the fact that I nearly kicked the bucket in the wastelands of the destruction several times. My head was wanted by numerous factions thanks to my recklessness. Years of saving wasted in massfuls pub. None of those matter now. I'm alive and kicking. Farewell Comet Hunter achievement. Collect 3 letters from the Comet Hunter. Nice. So we're doing pretty good with collecting books. I'm still missing the Curios one. Got 1 researcher note we're missing, and 2 of those. We're only missing 11 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? Alright. That one's done. This is another one on the space station. Esther authorizes you to retrieve videotapes of wonders and secrets. But why you? Ah, I remember this one. Arlen asked us to do this one, saying that the elderly on the space station trust us compared to some of the researchers.
We should get some rest.
Three are missing. Gotta find those videotapes. I know I am right about this. I may be getting old. I may have forgotten all about the eons, but I keep track of those numbers of these tapes like my life depends on it. Kid, you came just in time. If you have the time, go find them for me. If you don't, then I suppose I'll have to get help from these old farts. Videotapes? Videotapes in the space station are different from ordinary ones. They are recordings of the wonders and mysteries you won't find anywhere. Because of this, they need to be looked after by specialized personnel. This is a great learning opportunity for you. You should count yourself lucky. Old farts? Yeah, there's Wen Teng Wang who talks to machine parts all day in the maintenance room, Bernard in the Department of Galactic Geography who gives nicknames to the scrolls and plants, and there's Gunn who can lie through his teeth without blinking of an eye. Yep, there's an old fart suited to every job. Let's not trouble these elderly people. Good, good. We don't see many accommodating young fellows like you nowadays. However, I have to remind you that the procedures of these videotapes have been implanted in some defense mechanisms to help protect their secrets. If you're not careful when touching the videotapes, best case scenario, you will feel a little dizzy. The data transfer may be forcefully interrupted. Worst case scenario, it may cause abnormal behaviors, hallucination, and paranoia, eventually leading to memory and conscious disorders. Not that it's a trap. It's a trap. Not so much of a trap, just a result of constant arms race between researchers vying to be the best at what they do. They simply use a certain kind of technology to turn away those deemed unworthy from accessing information. Malicious baits are deeply embedded in the information by means of flashing visual stimuli and inaudible ultrasound waves, thus manipulating the subconscious to inflict harm on the subject. Aren't those like actual torture methods, like subtle torture methods, like the stuff that like the CIA use, where they like put a noise making machine in someone's house or wherever that causes like beeps and makes noises that like slowly messes with your mind? Someone snatched the videotapes and the master control zone was unguarded. There are no borrowing records indicating that the suspect is unwilling to expose their identity. There was no sign of damage indicating that they were not trying to destroy the videotapes, but to view the secrets within. The device for playing these videotapes is located in a safe area of the supply zone. If you go there, you may find some clues. I wonder if that's how Joanne got infected with the laughing Koch mementic virus or whatever it was called. Grab this one. The screen lights up. The supply zone is wide open, but the spacecraft is still under control. The faint glimmers from the neutrino explosion stain the platform a shade of yellow. In the disturbing silence, you hear increasingly rapid breathing. Breathe, run, open the hatch, lock the navigation interface, and move on to the next one till you are stopped by a pair of hands. They belong to a young geopolitics researcher with eyes like an eagle's. Eagle Castle has been destroyed, he says. This is the most direct proof of the power of the Eons. In the face of the destruction of the planet, the justice sought by men is laughably insignificant. He lowers his voice. Now that the cosmic route is blocked by that thing, there is no chance you can rush back to your home planet to sound the alarm before the Antimatter Legion arrives. If you do that, you will be intercepted along the way to become some evil monster with nothing but the desire to destroy. Promise me, don't go back to die. Stay here, continue our research. The next second, the researcher is pushed aside and an intact aircraft can be seen behind him. Amidst the noise of the liftoff, you hear the geopolitics researcher shout out a name as though you have heard it before on the radio. Sorry, a tired voice comes from the noisy radio. The space station chose to remain neutral in the invasion of the Legion. No reinforcements will arrive. If you can, please return as soon as possible according to the scheduled route. Do you hear me? Intermittently, a name is repeated on the cosmic radio. No answer. Interesting.
Rules are made to be broken.
Conflict is pitiless.
Doing a lot of reading today. Oh, this game really likes its lore.
Them unawares.
The camera sensor is on the white table in a conference room and begins to shake slowly. The scene is dense and noisy. Then a majestic voice starts reading a report about the establishment of the Hertz Department of Galactic Geopolitics. The voice says that when the will of the Eons is regarded as a standard, the will of man will withdraw from the history accordingly. The problem is that our world favors the Eons, who can reap power from the past. Here, the strong get to make the rules, and the power defines justice. What the Department of Galactic Geopolitics wants to oppose is this status quo, the strong ruling over the weak. Those rights and interests ignored by the Eons will be upheld by us. Those who are trampled will receive our help. We are committed to rebuilding the values of justice for humans in the galaxy. This is the proposal of the two founders, Gun Konovalov and Sheila Nova. Before the voice finishes, there's already applause and jeers in the conference room. So they are the Konovalevs of the Department of Galactic Geopolitics. During this passionate event, you see countless handshakes to the front of the camera until you hear someone call out a name. Sheila, a powerful voice calls out, accompanied by the background noise that are hard to separate from it, as if intertwined. This is no direct proof of the power of the Eons. In the face of the destruction of the path, the justice sought by men is laughably insignificant. While you're struggling to distinguish the name Sheila, you are drowned out by the murmurs in the background. They sound familiar. Suddenly you get a splitting headache. Ah, welcome back, welcome back. I'm doing a side quest that is giving me lore. Yes. My baby. Who's giving me lore, but at the same time confusing me greatly. I'm collecting some videotapes currently for a side quest from the older lady that's on the main deck. It is this one, Guide Paradox. The older lady that's on the main deck, she wants me to get these videotapes that apparently have like memories in them, kind of like the memory membranes that Herta let us listen to. It seems, so far from what I've understood from the videotapes, oh, then look away maybe. I'll be like, shush, no spoilers. Yeah, maybe look away. I'll be done in a second with this one. Alright, so the point of view appears in the falling into the empty space without being beginning or end. The camera eventually gets focused. Now you're looking into the vast hinterland of the universe. The standard issue navigation by it. Okay. As long, I just don't want to spoil you as well. since you guys are really being good about not spoiling me. The next second, the crystallized cracks spread silently across the screen. The dim blue flickers, monsters spread all over the sky, and the silent planet begins to crack slowly apart. Then comes the flashback. From a baby crying in a cradle to the joyous laughter and the resentment in teenage years and the space station's cold reflection before the final departure. They say your life flashes before your eyes at the final moments of your life. The video undoubtedly records the last moments of a deceased person's life. You struggle to pull yourself out of the immersive dark mud. All you hear is the intermittent cosmic radio. Seems to be calling a name you cannot hear clearly. It is still calling the name you cannot hear clearly. These videotapes seem to be related. They seem to be records of different stages of the life of the same person. A space radio called Sheila pursued justice for a doomed planet geopolitical researcher. The sentences in your mind suddenly become broken and distorted. In your vision, the dark cabin gradually becomes distorted and strange. You get a splitting headache and then lose consciousness. This is our second time passing out on the space station. The other time was with that coffee. The medical cabin of the Herta space station. You fainted because of contact with improper information. Can you tell me what information you've been exposed to? The life of a geopolitics researcher who is named Sheila. Whatever it is, I've cleared the mental contamination for you. Now you better go for a walk and see if you have any other symptoms. Come with me. Oh, I'm stuck in very slow mode. Emergency resolved. Now let's continue. Same problem this time? Well, I seem to keep forgetting things lately. I have told you many times before that it's very normal to forget some things sometimes. Now I've been forgetting basic things, like my birthday, who my friends are, or how I even came to this space station. Fine, just to reassure you, I will give you a full body scan using the capsule treatment module this time. There's nothing wrong with your physical functions. On the contrary, they're a little too perfect. Of course, that's your gift, after all. Having a talent is not an unusual occurrence, and your talent seems to be of your physical health, so in turn it's only fair that you might have a poor memory. With such a perfect physical condition, I better keep this on file. Let me make a record of this. What's your name? Oh yes, Dr. Joanne. My name is Sheila Nova. Okay, so this is the person we've just watched all the videotapes about. And she seems to be having issues remembering things. Which might have to do with the videotapes, potentially, because the videotapes are records of her memory. Sheila Nova, that's the name mentioned in the video. Yes, in the video recording, she clearly left the space station. She even died. There must be something to this. It also matches the secret Esther was talking about. I should investigate this so-called Sheila first. Don't wander around. You are affected by those videotapes. The conscious disorder you're experiencing is no joke. This is the price you pay for being nosy. I just picked them up. I was told to pick them up, too. No, Jan, it's definitely not ordinary forgetfulness. It's like someone stole my memories overnight. It's like I'm not being nosy on purpose. This space station's just weird. It's good to have your embarrassing memories stolen. Oh my gosh, if there was like a selective memory purge option where I could just dump something in and forget about it, I feel like that could be used terribly by people in power, but if like I could choose to do it, there are a few things that I would choose to forget, yeah. That's a good one, sir, but I'm sure what I've forgotten is very important, even questions like who I am. The way I see it, it won't matter as long as it doesn't affect your research. Joanne! It's very concerning to lose parts of your memories, though. Oh, we have a memory expert here, do we? I'd like to see what treatment you can come up with that even the medical staff don't know. Have you ever left the space station? No, sir, I've never left the space station since I was born. I don't think I'll leave the space station until my soul returns to the galaxy. Are you a founder of the department? No, sir, I'm just a guide in the Department of Galactic Geopolitics. I'm responsible for passing on the rules made by the big shots in the space station. I'm flattered by your question, though. We got some conflicting stuff with the memories we got from the videotapes. Do you have a lover or husband? No, sir. I hope to contribute my everything to the Department of Galactic Geopolitics, including my health, my dreams, and my passion. The answers to these questions don't match the videos at all. So, memory expert, aren't you going to cast your memory restoration spell? You sound like you've been doing a survey. What's with the videos? Those videos are records of Sheila. As far as I know, all these videos are records of someone's personal experience. You mean those videos you saw are backups of the researcher Sheila's life? Can you elaborate on what you saw? You describe what was shown in the video. They were supposedly secrets, but they're literally her secrets, so I feel like it's fine. I probably shouldn't have told her, but it's fine. That's horrible. I don't remember any of these things. It's like listening to someone else's life. I'll try to sort it out for you guys. So in these videos, Sheila is the founder of Department Galactic Geopolitics, and she left the space station and died on the way back to her home planet to warn its inhabitants of the invasion of the Legion, which doesn't match this person in front of us at all. Maybe it's someone with the same name? The Department of Galactic Geopolitics has registered the name of all of its staff. I'm sure there's no one with the same name as me in the database. How come you remember this so well? It's very strange. There is also an image that I remember very clearly above all else. Rows of security monitors loom within a dark room. The scene goes on forever without a beginning or an end. It is as though someone forced this image into my mind, but at the same time, it feels like a complete memory. Sir, since fate has brought us together, I have a request. Please help me get to the place in my memories and find those security monitors. I have a hunch that if I can find those security monitors, everything will become clear. Is that the room that Silverwolf had to hack into so that she could get to the room with the Stellaron? Let's go. Hey, don't forget you're both patients. One has potential short-term amnesia and the other has a temporary disturbance of consciousness. If you can't find the room at all, then maybe I am losing my mind. So is it gonna show me where the room is? Do. Off we go. Not that way. Oh no, a monster. Some of the quests in this game are just absolutely off the wall.
A will forged in ice never falters!
Conflict is pitiless. Show no mercy.
Considering have you done the red pill, blue pill quest yet? Or we can like...
We caught them unawares.
Here it is. So it's the one that they give us these flash drives, and we can either give him a red flash drive or a blue flash drive. As you can see, I gave the red one. Have you done this quest? There's nothing on the screen. This doesn't seem to be the security monitor Sheila was talking about. I don't know what the quest is called. I just know that they end up giving you these guys. Oh, which one did you give him? Did you give him the red one to tell him, or did you give him the blue one to, like, let him, to not tell him, I guess? Alright, Sheila's character script, written by Gun Konolev. Sheila's character introduction. Yes, I also gave the red one. I always like to give the characters, if it's like, tell them or don't tell them. I feel like anyone should be able to make their own decisions. So like, It's just better to explain it. Yes, they might not make the decision you want or the best decision. I think I might have a delay on the chat, potentially. Or it's just my internet might make it super slow looking. But I always think people should be able to make their own decisions, even if it's not the one you think, because it's really not your right to make decisions for people. So we'll see what this one's about. Okay, Sheila Nova, guide of the Herta Department of Galactic Geopolitics, is the child of 2 unidentified justice researchers from the space station. Her parents were both killed in the war against Lord Ravenger's destruction of her home planet, Minyatur. Gun Konov has raised her since her birth. She has gotten a proper and comprehensive education in the field of justice and has made it her mission to propagate the moral ideals of the Department of Galactic Geopolitics, which has a 1, so note, such as fabrication seems so pathetic in contrast to her real life. She always is righteous and proper in her conduct, and she is never pessimistic in the face of injustice. Her code of conduct will be passed down to future generations. She runs thought experiments on ethics in the space station on a regular basis. Sheila's dialogue lines. My name is Sheila Nova. I am only a guide in the Department of Galactic Geopolitics in charge of enforcing the regulations established by space station leaders on a regular basis. I pledge myself to the department. I've never left the space station since my birth. I don't think I'll leave the... So this is everything she said to us earlier. But here it says such a fabrication seems so pathetic in contrast to her real life. A fabrication. So either maybe her body was recovered. It said she died, right? But maybe her body was recovered and then like she lost all her memories, and so they like tried to she didn't fully die, and they like revived her and then tried to put in some of the memories back, but it's like that nature versus nurture thing, that since she's forgotten her past life, the person she is now is not as realistic as the one that was before, or she's like a clone or something of the original, and they're trying to make it as similar to the original as possible, maybe. This script is exactly what Sheila said when she answered my questions. Yep. Is someone watching her and writing her dialogue, or is someone controlling her speech? And this Gun Konolev, what experiment was he talking about? I have to get this information to Sheila as soon as possible, then we can work out what the secret is. Our main character gets caught up in like the weirdest stuff that's going on this space station. Oh, you're too late. Everything's been dealt with. I found the information. Gunn from the Department of Galactic Geopolitics came and temporarily took over the authority of the medical cabin, saying he knows how to cure Sheila. In return for letting him use the medical cabin, he helped our department compile a list of patient confidentiality clauses. With that, no matter how influential a visitor it is, they must follow the department's rules. This will greatly improve the privacy of the doctors and patients alike. So, you're like sacrificing one person so that the rest of the people have better confidentiality? That's not how this works. You either give it to all your patients or none of your patients. You're just like, oh, we'll just let her get none of the confidentiality, and in exchange all of our other patients will be better protected. What? You're just being lazy. He could be a bad guy. Open the door. You're just being lazy. I've been busy for days. Can't I take a little break? Besides, there's nothing wrong with Sheila's health. I would be reporting you to Asta so fast and punting you out of this space station. You are also the one that was infected with the mementic thing. You look like you're in a rush. Whatever, our department isn't involved. You can deal with your own problems. Oh, she makes me actually mad. I'm performing treatment on this young guy for the Department of Galactic Geopolitics. Do you two have a good reason for breaking in here? This is treatment? I think you have ulterior motives. I'm feeling a little sick too. This is the like sly way, but I don't want her to like right? That's exactly how I feel. I'm like, this is the sly way to get in here, to be like, oh, I'm sick, and then you can like observe them, but I don't want them to like to like be able to take her away if she's being like, because the other option is like she's a normal person and this guy is implementing like a personality over hers and she's just like being brainwashed into believing she's Sheila. That's another option. I guess we'll try and be clever. Sorry, young one. As you can see, there's a little accident during the treatment procedure. I have to ask you to leave and wait outside for a bit. Okay, what are your symptoms? Let's find a place to rest and I'll take a look at you. By the way, I haven't introduced myself yet. I'm Gunn, the founder of the Department of Galactic Geopolitics. As you can see, I have the knowledge and authority that matches my age. Yeah, but you're not a medical professional. You're not, so why are you doing her treatment? You're not a medical professional. You're part of the Galactic Geopolitics. That has nothing to do with medicine. You should have no authority to even be in here. If you don't leave, I'll have security take you away on the grounds of interfering with medical procedures. You don't have a medical license. What medical procedures are you talking about? Also, Arland is the head of security. I think I could get around you calling him out here. There's nothing we can do. His authority is higher than mine, second only to the likes of Chief Arlen. Exactly! I can go get him! Let's wait outside for now. Right? Arlen would not allow for this. Let's just call the security department on him now. I have evidence. Young man, why would you say that? Calm down. There seems to be a misunderstanding between us. He knows he will get charged if the security department gets involved. I have evidence. You don't have a medical license. I am like, I probably have like audio recording software on me. I am ready to throw down with the security department. Also, I just noticed something. Arlen has a lot of blue in his design, and apparently it's the security department uniform. You'll notice Japard, who's part of the guard, also has a lot of blue in his design. And so he's also kind of like a type of security, so I'm just curious if they're gonna keep that up, where all the security department people have like blue in their design. I think it's this specific shade of blue too. Anyway. Why do you have my manuscript? I distinctly remember putting it away a long time ago. Tell you the truth, I'm a theater enthusiast. I've written a play or two myself in my spare time. It's pure fiction. Uh-huh. I see you have a lot of doubts about me. Why don't we have a chat? Maybe we can be friends. He's gonna bribe me. What are you doing to Sheila? That's right, if you have anything important to say, spill it. This manuscript talks about experiments. The so-called experiment is just a part of my hobby. Some people like gardening. I prefer to write plays. Surely you can't be so naive as to think this has anything to do with what you see here now, are you? Sheila has been talking in the way that your play has been written. Oh, you've spoken to her. That's very observant of you. Most people wouldn't notice this without paying close attention. Let me put it this way. I wrote the so-called script by imitating Sheila's speech. It's still fictional. This should clear up any misunderstandings you have. Ulterior motives. That's just your personal speculation. Do you have any other evidence? If not, there's no need to continue this conversation. we can't depend on Joanne. I'm not going to leave. I won't allow you to do whatever it is you're doing. What are you talking about? Is there another residual effect of watching those videos? Right, the videos. What videos? What are you talking about? I saw you on the videos. What? How could you have seen Gunn in Sheila's videos? Given their age difference, if you saw a young Gunn in the video, Sheila must have been a baby at the time, but that's not what you saw. Unless the Sheila in front of us now is neither the owner of the videos, nor the real Sheila Nova. If there is a so-called conspiracy of some kind of experiment, then it can only mean one thing. She is impersonating Sheila under false pretenses. Hey, you made it to your computer. Good job. We're getting to the climax of this conspiracy. I want to know, is she Sheila, but with like amnesia? They did state that the age difference makes it hard. Or is she like a clone? Or is she some poor person that's been like brainwashed into thinking they're Sheila? What are we going with here? She's strictly following Gunn's script. Yep, it all makes sense now. Haha, you two. You wanna, okay. Alright, so for the chicken katsu, you are going to have to you are gonna have to fry the chicken. But with anything, it's best to try and like any kind of like ethnic food, it's best to see if you can find recipes made by people who are actually from those ethnicities, because obviously they're gonna know the best recipes for the food that they're making. So I've been getting a lot of my recipes off of TikTok, because people are really easily able to like share recipes and whatnot. You might have to go, depending on where you live, you might have to go to like an Asian market though to get some of the ingredients, because they might not be available in a store. Or at least I had to do that because they're not easily available in America. But chicken katsu is really good. Like, it tastes great. Heavily would suggest. Oh, that's cool. Yes, especially if you can get like a tonkatsu sauce to go over it. Chicken katsu tastes so good. Well, since you found the video, I suppose I can't hide it anymore. Who would have thought this tiny experiment of mine could attract so much attention? See, I've gotten you interested in trying the chicken katsu again, and I'm over here like, man, I really want ramen, though. I'm still on the ramen boat. What happens next may surprise you, but no matter what you see or hear, please be patient until the end. You better tell the truth. Sheila, reconnect. We have something to ask you. Yes, Mr. Gunn, but I don't feel so good. Sheila, are you okay? Now you can give her some instructions, like pray, sing, or shout. Be sure to do what I say first. Remember, the instructions include pray, sing, or shout. He said reconnect. Is she a robot? Hello, I am Sheila Nova, your guide to the Herta Department of Galactic Geopolitics. Sheila shout? What the heck is going on? Yes, a smart person may have guessed by now. This all happened because I was too idealistic with my initial experiment design. I thought I could restore Sheila to her original self relying only on a script and some technology. Unfortunately, a limited script will never be able to simulate a person's natural reaction in the real world, so I tried letting her watch videos from the past, hoping that she could get a better understanding of how to be human. But I didn't expect Sheila, or should I say Prototype 157, to become so human. She started to think more and more like a real person. She even realized that another Sheila who looked exactly like her once existed in this world. That was when she began to doubt her own existence. Well, doesn't that mean she's passed the Bechdel test? Like, if they're able to question their own existence, isn't that is it the Bechdel test? It's like, they keep putting like animals and robots through this test that if they can question their own existence proves that they have enough intelligence to be essentially human. So she's a really advanced AI robot. Okay. This is very dangerous for an android. The plot thickens. Beyond expectation, yet within reason. To be honest, it was an eye-opener for me as well. No wonder her body scan showed that her parameters were almost perfect. It was like a well-calibrated machine. That's right, the experiment I referred to as this perfect recreation of a young Sheila standing before you. She was modeled after the co-founder of the Department of Galactic Geopolitics and the love of my life, Sheila Nova. She died in the vast ocean of stars a long time ago. Maybe it's because I'm overthinking it, but I kind of think it's a little creepy that he made her when she was young. Maybe that's when she died, and so this is the most recent, like, appearance of her that she has. But if she's able to fool the scanners into thinking she's, like, a living organism, then she's probably a clone of some form, but she has, like, AI programming in her brain. And so I'm kind of a little concerned what he does with Sheila. I could be overthinking it. It might not be that concerning, but you know. She died in the vast ocean of stars a long time ago. The reason I made Prototype 157 is that I wanted to make up for the regret of not saying my true love when I had the chance. When she found out that she is not a real person, in order to prevent cognitive confusion, I had to erase her memory again and again to restore her settings and maintain her normal operation. So when she started to develop a free will and consciousness, you kept resetting her so that she would not leave you, potentially? It's starting to sound more and more suspicious, sir. I'm gonna need to requisition this robot from you. That's literally exactly what I was thinking. You shouldn't deprive her of her ability to think for herself. No, I actually think this deprivation is necessary. Uh-huh. When she becomes aware of her own memory loss and begins to ask around for help, the situation could have easily gone out of control. Sir, you're allowing a sentient being. Ooh, a Discord server. I've thought about a Discord server. I just haven't, like... I was, like, thinking maybe to do that if when I made affiliate, because then I'd have, like, some more people in it. But yeah, a Discord server could be fun. I've also heard, though, that there's sometimes it can get a little chaotic on a Discord server, too. So that was one of the other reasons I hadn't really made one yet. But yeah, I'll definitely think about making one later. So when I found out that Sheila was being treated by the researcher Joanne in the medical cabin, I came as soon as I could to try and fix her cognitive once again. We won't allow you to fix her. Indeed, I cannot let this cycle go on any longer. No matter how we deal with Sheila, I beg you, please don't make this experiment public. The ethical issues are bound to be investigated by the Department of Galactic Geopolitics. They should be investigated. You have literally created a sentient being and you are forcing them to reset over and over again. Please forgive this old man, he was just trying to mourn his dead wife. I'm just a bystander, it's not my decision. Kalis, I think you have 3 choices right now. 1. Tell Prototype 157 the truth about her life. 2. Fix and factory reset Prototype 157. 3. Destroy the prototype and erase all records of this dangerous experiment from the history of the space station. You're saying dangerous. Sheila, outside of admitting that she has short-term memory loss, has not shown any signs of aggression. The only reason it's dangerous is it's dangerous for Gunn's, like, political career because he'll be outed for making essentially a biological clone of his dead wife, which who knows what he's been doing with that, and then just like resetting her fiercely over and over again whenever she starts to develop her sentience. Like, Sheila has done nothing wrong. She's not dangerous as far as we can see. Like, unless telling her about her existence makes her suicidal, she should be allowed to exist on her own capacity if she has developed sentience. As a leader of this investigation, it's up to you to make the final decision. As for Gunn, I'll keep an eye on him. Also, why is this my decision? This feels very much like this should be either an Arlen or an Asta decision. Tell Gunn how to deal with the prototype. Also, why would he even agree with anything I've stated? Throw this man in the trash. Have you really thought it through? Tell her who she is. Well, since you insist, I'll tell Prototype 157 about her story. Yes, exactly. The Trailblazer should not be making these decisions. This should be going... I know that he's also trying to cover up what he's doing, so obviously telling the head of security what's going on is probably not a great idea. But, like... I also should not be the one making these decisions. But how is she going to react to that is completely beyond my control. Yes, because she is now a sentient being. Gunn carries out your decision and leaves the medical cabin in silence. How do you feel? Like I just had a very long dream. Not the Can Androids Dream of Electric Sheep reference. No, sir. Actually, she dreamed of a cold space station, a lost lover, a huge planet, and a silent radio. So I'm a mechanical replica of a real person. My life is a parody of the dead. My thoughts, my speech, and even my behavior are the product of Mr. Gunn's preset. How ridiculous. After learning that the other me has such a rich life, I wish I had my own birthday, my own friends, and my own dreams. No, she can be her own person. She doesn't need to be Sheila. It is my wish, or perhaps I do not have my own birthday, my own friends, and my own dream. Oh no, there seems to be a problem with her language model. Her various function indicators are fluctuating sharply. Thank you, Kalis. I'm just a guide in the Department of Galactic Geopolitics. I think there is an even longer dream waiting for me, one where I willingly dedicate everything to the department. Anyway, thank you, and farewell, Kalis. Her cognitive module was burned due to information overload. It seems that telling her the truth was a bad decision. Alas, even the most advanced diagnostic equipment couldn't detect the difference between her and a real person, except on the side of her neck. There is a vague mark with the number 157. No need to blame yourself. No one could have foreseen this outcome. It's not your fault. Yeah, but it's also, like, even if she overloads and just is unable to handle the processing power, it would not be right to force a sentient being to live its life over and over again for the rest of eternity. By the way, you still have Sheila's videos there. It's time to return them to their rightful place. Cheer up and let everything go back to the way it was. No, if I had the ability, I would be marching right up to Arlen and... Something just happened in the world. Okay. Sheila? Aw. Yeah. It was not right.
If we're not
As
on
you can
patrol,
see,
we should get
I'm
some
very
rest.
conflicted about the whole, like, the ends justifies the means, because I feel like it's very subjective, because sometimes I feel like the ends justify the means, but most of the time it's also, like, humans are flawed creatures, and so it's like they should be able to make their own mistakes and decisions to progress life, because otherwise we might as well be robots if everything is like controlled and directed towards supposedly the better future. Then we're no better than Sims in a game. So like It's always just, in my opinion, better to allow people to make their own choices with all the facts laid out for them. Experience other people's lives with your very own eyes. That is the charm of those videos. I have brought them back. 3, not one too many. You've worked hard, young one. Sit down and have a rest. In return, I want to tell you a story. I heard God knows when. You want to hear it? Go on. Once in the Department of Galactic Geopolitics, there were 2 well-known young people. They were not only comrades in arms with their similar interests, but also a couple who pushed each other to become better. They are committed to fighting for the weak and upholding the justice for those who were trampled by eons in their factions. Until one day, justice was no longer just an ideal. A Lord Ravager came to the female researcher's hometown, and her home planet was about to be destroyed. For the first time ever, the 2 disagreed on how justice should be implemented in this scenario. The female researcher chose to return to her home planet alone and alert them of the disaster, but unexpectedly an accident occurred during her journey. At that time, the Star Rail was blocked by a Stellaron, and her spacecraft was also stranded in the path of the Antimatter Legion. In absolute fear, she chose to call the Herta space station for help. However, the space station had chosen to remain neutral in all actions, including the Eons, and the operator responsible for relaying this ruthless message was none other than the male researcher himself. Oh, it's hurtful. It's cold to make your own, like, husband be the one to tell you that no one is coming to save you. Ouch. Through the radio, he personally witnessed how his stranded lover ran out of oxygen in the damaged aircraft and how she slowly died during drifting into an endless darkness. Oof. Oof. I can see where that would actually, yeah, I could see how that would make you, kind of obsessed, but also ouch. For some reason, this tragic story just came to mind today. Thought I'd share it with you. She gave her life for justice. Yes, she was a real hero. After her death, the researchers re-examined the question of justice. If we spend our whole life debating justice, to choose to stand idly by when there are actual injustices happening all over the galaxy, then what we're really doing is just making a mockery of justice. Well, that's all for today. Please take these rewards. I hope you see you again in the future. After all, there's still many secrets in this world waiting to be unearthed. Ouch. Alright, if you'll all give me 1 second. I need to check. My day job sent me. Yes, that was such a quest. My day job sent me a text message. Give me 1 second. Okay. That was a morality quest that was just like, what are your morals like? Please present them to the space station. Yeah, so yeah, my day job stating that they're waiting back for some people, so I might get sent out for finally starting my getting back into my, well, getting back, whatever, my apprenticeship. So that's good for me. It's gonna be less time that I can stream, of course, but I might actually finally get to be able to put my stream schedule together. So yeah, some good news. Apparently there was a conference ongoing that was stopping them from getting back to me, so let's see. We got some new coins. Thank you. Yeah, I am excited too. Oh, we only have one more to be able to get all the rewards here. Alright, how are we doing? Because I've gotten a few. 3 and 2. Okay. But yeah, I am excited to finally get back out into my day job. Though I have been having a lot of fun streaming too, so it'll be fun trying to do both, but I'm going to do my best to do both. Alright, ooh, this one's cute. What is this? Is that what the Wubbaboos look like? That's so cute. I hope that ends up becoming like a plushie or something. It's a profile picture. Okay. But I really like my my husband being my profile picture, because I have some other good ones. Otherwise I would have this like peppy one be my profile picture. Okay, looking at the time. Okay. I have maybe about hour to an hour and a half that I can keep going. So we'll do one more side mission, and then we'll do the main quest for a little bit. Ooh. Get all my Herta space station side quests done. Those photos make every staff member anxious, Arlen. What should we do? What should we do? If it were up to me, we shouldn't do anything, since we're not even sure what's shown in those photos. Enough. It's not... Yes, a longer stream today. Yep. I have a bit more time, since I actually streamed a little bit earlier today to be able to do a longer one. So it's fun. I'm also hoping to... There's no way I'm gonna be able to get 8 more limited banner pulls today, so I'm not gonna be able to get to do my next pity pull, but I want it so bad. Since I'm at 70 pity, I'm hoping that I'll get on my next pull I'll get my 5-star light cone, whether that's Jing Yuan's or not, because I'd hate to have to go all the way to 90, have to go to hard pity. That would suck. To guaranteed pity. Alright, if enough, it's not like the station has ever encountered strange phenomena before. Go tell the rest. I'll lead this investigation myself. Why take all this on by yourself, Arland? If anything happens like last time, what happened? Oh, it's you. We're discussing the recent photos of specters circulating about the space station. Looks like something weird got mixed into the batch. Oh, this is a simple oversight. Please just let this slide. Recently, the security department has received multiple sightings of unidentified creatures. And since we get a Wubbaboo, I was right, because I saw those photos and I was like, are those the Wubbaboos? The Dokebes? Dokebes? It always sucks having to go to hard pity to get something, but I guess it's like making up for the fact that I got Jing Yuan as a character so early. So it moves around stealthily like a ghost, and only if a photograph can reveal its shape. It may have a connection to a certain curio. Too busy with the station's reconstruction, and none of the research labs have any more personnel to spare for this investigation. They always claim they are busy all the time. All excuses. Ptee. That's right, Arlen. You shouldn't take this all on by yourself. Well, someone has to. When the ball is in our court, we should just take it. If we kick the ball back into the other court, that just means we've lowered ourselves to their level, wouldn't you say? Careful what you ask for. I know, but how would I be able to work security if I'm afraid of trouble? I should remind you that everyone in the security department already has their hands full with routine danger elimination tasks. We simply don't have the people. That's right, I still have so much work to do, like that one and that one. Alright, Kalish, you wouldn't refuse the request from a recovering patient, would you? This is an emergency, so I do need your help. Not him manipulating us, but I 100% want to hang out with the Wubbaboos. I already sent for people to gather all the witnesses of the specters in the reception hall in the base zone. Let's go and interview them before coming up with a plan. Woo! Not him, gaslight, gatekeeping, girl bossing us. Let's see, where are they? Alright. Chat with researchers. You didn't see how scary that thing is. Huh? How scary can it be? I'm not afraid, not even a little bit. If I ever ran into it, I'd play it up a little. I might even be able to use the encounter as an excuse to escape work. You're too naive. I heard that thing can take over one's physical body and turn its victims into mindless zombies. By that point, never even mind the research. Your life would be gone. Don't try to spook me just because I'm the Department of Implement Arts. A galactic entity as strong as this around the space station would have already been wiped out. Unless it's one of your curios at the Department of Ecology. I didn't say anything like that. I know nothing, so don't you go around blabbering. Oh, now I remember. A while ago when I was on break, I came across a book named Species of the Galaxy, which does have a curio called the Jinx. Jinx? There's a runaway curio? Ah, it appears. Stop yelling, my eardrums are gonna burst. Look carefully, it's Captain Arlen of Kalis who saved the space station. Sorry, I lost my composure. Don't be afraid, Abraham. The Spectre has yet to cause any substantial damage, and the security department has already begun its investigation. I hope you can tell us everything you know and help us crack the case as soon as possible. Me, I don't know much for sure. All I know is the rumors heard from Abraham and some trivia I learned from a book. My guess is the ghastly thing captured in the photos is a Jinx, a curio from the Department of Ecology. I've never heard of a curio called that. That's because you don't read. Even I know about it. Alright, stop bickering. Jinx. I'll note the name down. Any other witnesses? That Lucas from the Department of Galactic Geopolitics may know something. He's more familiar with creatures around the space station than the staff in the Department of Ecology. Lucas? I know who he is. Thank you for your assistance. If you run into danger, remember to ask for help from the security department in time. Okay, bye. Okay, Captain Arlen. It's probably... I remember I've done the reading. One of the species is a Wubbaboo, which we get the icon for. And Wubbaboos, like Abraham said, do possess people, but they only play pranks. They're not like super dangerous. They do possess people, and the person they possessed doesn't remember any of the time they're possessed. It's like if you were staring at a clock and you got possessed at 5 a.m. and then the Wubbaboo left your body at like 5 p.m. It would be like you blinked and the time changed from 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. You wouldn't know anything in the middle. And at least according to that paper that we've read, you don't get charged with any of your actions that happen while you're possessed, because it happens kind of often, getting possessed by Wubbaboos. So anything you do while possessed, you don't get charged with, but they just play like pranks. They're little like trickster spirits. So this is the guy, Lucas. Those pesky things just don't know how to hide themselves. They kept getting photographed and one after another, and now everyone's looking out for them. They were caught. Even my gift of gab, there's only so much I can do for them. Life of protecting Curio's rice is just filled with twists. I want to learn more about the photoed spectral things. Photoed spectral things? Well, what are those? I've never heard of it. I can just see him like nervously side-eyeing the wall. I think you got the wrong person. I am Lucas, the Justice Fighter, and I've been fighting for the rights of non-human creatures on the space station ever since I became a researcher here. A man as righteous as I am has no knowledge of any activities regarding nefarious spirits and their related photographic activities. Uh-huh, no knowledge, huh? It's not a curio. I know it's a wubbaboo. But that's based off the fact that I read the bookshelf lore. My gut says you know what's going on. Is that so? How reliable can one's gut feelings be? I'm being framed. Alright, seeing that you're not from the Curio Collection Squad, I guess it wouldn't hurt to tell you. After all, I can't sacrifice the safety of the masses and ignore the bigger picture just for the freedom of the few. I do know a little bit about the curios. They're scientifically called wubbaboo, a species of astral spirits collected by the Department of Ecology. They managed to escape during the Legion invasion. However, honestly, if they just went into hiding, there would have been no trouble for the rest of the space station. However, recently they've been appearing in groups very frequently. It's as if they were plotting to take up more living space and stir up an uprising. After giving it much thought, I came to the conclusion that this is a special scenario that goes against the overall interests of the Herta space station. Lucas, the Justice Fighter, will no longer be aiding and abetting them and covering their tracks. You really are a fighter for justice, Lucas. You are flattering me. This is just how we do things in the Department of Galactic Geopolitics, and I am merely doing my part. More importantly, the Wubbaboos are infamous for their manipulation tactics, which is why they have been nicknamed Jinx. Okay, so they are the Jinx as well. If I don't stop them in time, they may even wreak havoc on a scale that could rival the Antimatter Legion's invasion. Hey, aren't you that Captain Arlen from the security department? Let me tell you something in confidence. Wubbaboos are sneaky and mysterious. Even fully grown humans are scared of them, which is why people will try their best to avoid any encounters. However, they somehow have a connection with children and often share a close bond. If you want to know more, you can ask those two little kids over there. Usually I wouldn't even think about infringing the rights of non-human creatures. However, this is a special situation. Hopefully the little robots will understand me. You mean the robots I turned off? Looks like the adults over there are very prepared. You have to promise me you won't accidentally spill anything, okay? I know, just leave it to me. No matter how righteous they appear, how charismatic they appear, how pitiful they appear, pitiable they presented themselves, we must not tell them anything. Got it, got it. You can be such a nag sometimes, you know, Adler. Okay, I'll stop. Here they come. Shh. Oh, it's Big Brother Arlen. Ever since the monsters came here, Big Brother Arlen has been so busy that he never came around anymore. Sheeling misses you so much. Big Brother Arlen misses you too. Helis is right. I'm always thinking about the safety of the staff members. And because of that, I would like to ask you about the rumor of staff members accidentally taking pictures of some eerie entities. I brought some of them here. Take a look. I've seen them. If Big Brother Arlen is here to ask about the Wubby, Sheeling has nothing to tell you. Sorry. Wubby? Spilling the beans right from the start. Never mind. I'm Adler from the Department of Ecology. You may not have seen me before. But if you've heard of the Adler classification method used station-wide, you would have known the surname my father and I bear. Sheeling's Wubby is indeed one of the specters you mentioned. They are the Curio Wubbaboo from the Department of Ecology. Wubbaboos are considered a subspecies of astral spirits that exist in the form of spiritual entities. They are also known as Jinx to some people. If you are curious about them, I may be able to give you a brief explanation of their existence. Yeah, that's right. Little Adlers are genius in the Department of Ecology. No one else can outsmart Adler. You mean out-achieve. I told you many times, outsmart is about cunning. I am all about work and intellect. Alright, little Adler, don't be anxious. Since you brought up the Wubbaboo, Callus and I are here to ask you a few questions. Are they dangerous? This one's a hard question to answer. You see, Wubbaboos are different from humans. In their way of thinking, there is no active concept of malevolence. Where have I heard? Is that not? It's another game that just reminded me of that there's a species that's similar to. They just literally don't consider any actions as harmful. However, the chaotic behaviors they exhibit in line with their nature often causes unpredictable damage to their surroundings, which can be perceived as humans as being harmful. Where can we find the Wubbaboos? This question is difficult to answer. I am a generalist type of scholar, not a specialist. Just based on those photos, Wubbaboos can appear anywhere and everywhere. Likely the specific pathways of their movements can only be discerned by those who take care of them. You seem to be hiding something. I am not. As the walking encyclopedia in the Department of Ecology, I'm just answering your questions on behalf of Wen Shiling. That's right, I messed up just now, so Adler is now helping me to not tell on myself any more than I already did. Child, you need to be quiet. Adler, he's thinking what I just said. Adler, in my professional opinion, your answers were vague, evasive, and only offered very limited help. The specters in the photos, the Wubbaboos, have already disrupted the order on the space station. I need to recover them as soon as possible to prevent them from further endangering the space station and bringing potential harm to our staff. Impossible. As I've said, they are not malicious. They only act in accordance with their most basic instincts. Yeah, but you wouldn't just let a dog run rampant on the space station. Look at Peppy. Peppy is so well disciplined. That's right. That's right. We're very familiar with Wubby. They won't harm people on purpose, and most will just pull some pranks at places. Shilling, please stop talking. The level of danger they pose will be determined by the security department, but first I need to find a Wubbaboo just to see for myself. Check a few more, just to be sure. The more the merrier. Let's not rush ourselves. I do fully understand where you're coming from, Captain Arlen, but we really don't know where the Wubbaboos are. After all, we're just scared little kids. We're too timid to deal with mysterious entities like these. Aren't we, Shinling? No, children all the time are trying to summon the devil with Ouija boards and going out into the woods with no fear of what's in the woods. Children are most likely to deal with mysterious beings compared to older adults who have some self-preservation. Some sense of self-preservation. Oh, yes, that's right. We don't really know anything. Please leave us be and go search for the Wubbaboos elsewhere. Man, this child... Adler's right. You guys should totally go ahead and do as Adler says. Judging from Wen Shilling's answer, I have a feeling that Adler knows more than he's letting on. She even said that they were very familiar with the Wubbaboos. These two kids are too brave for their own good. Or they just don't understand what fear is. In that case, let's keep our eyes on Adler. We might be able to gain some clues. He's already gone. Let's follow him. Where'd they go? Woo! Is everything here? I brought all the things you need to. After completing your task, go back quickly. You already got the attention of the security department, so please stop trying to make more problems. Woo, woo, woo. It just won't work, even if you put on a terrifying look like that. Captain Arlen is the head of the security department. He's also the hero who helped thwart the Legion's invasion of the space station. With those two together, even the biggest one among you is no match for them. Ooh. Anyway, take the stuff and leave quickly. Freeze! We've got you surrounded! I'm glad my voices are at least worth some appreciation. Oh my gosh, I love it. I want it as a plushie. Oh my goodness. I need it. Look at it! Okay. Woo! So that's the scary Wubbaboo. Ah, both of you adults are so shameless going out of your way to stalk a kid like me. This is me outsmarting you. That's right, we did. Also, I am 7 days old. I am younger than you, so I should have been more careful. Adler, what are you and the Wubbaboo conspiring to do? Tell me now, and I promise I won't hold you responsible. There's no conspiracy. I was just mumbling to myself. Did you hear the Wubbaboo talking? It does not speak human languages, and has no need to, because you can understand it. The little Adler from the Department of Ecology is a master of languages in different species. We are very much aware of that. If you insist on being tight-lipped, I will have to find the director of the Department of Ecology. Please don't tell Auntie Hinkle about this. I'll tell you everything. After the Wubbaboos escaped, they stayed low profile in the space station for a long time, and we played together a lot. However, recently they've been mobilizing en masse for a certain collective aim. Even this one, my best friend, wanted me to find some things for them, all of which seem to have a connection with a certain researcher. I don't know what this is for, but they certainly don't mean to hurt anyone. I didn't tell anyone because everyone in the space station is an adult working on their own research projects. It's so hard to find a playmate, and I don't want them to be recovered just because of some baseless accusations. Arlen, it's up to you as the security department head. Kalis, that's one big responsibility you just dumped on me. I was girl boss, gatekeeped, gaslit into this situation, so it's your own fault. So, as you've already established, the Wubbaboos are mobilizing to work together towards a certain objective, which I believe will be the new focus of the security department's investigation for now. Woo! Did it say something? It says, I will never reveal our goal. I will never reveal our goal. It also said, mind your own business, or the scary of us will eventually come and make your lives difficult. It said that much with just one sound? That thing's threat means nothing to us. It said that with only a sound? Mm-hmm. You can rest assured that I translated it faithfully. Looks like we're stuck in a stalemate. If that's the case, my only option is to make a concession by arresting this one as an internal report. Ooh. Wait, unless it says if you can prove that your intentions are benevolent, I will consider telling you the location of our base. It can negotiate too, so how do we prove our intentions are benevolent then? As I've mentioned before, we're trying to collect the belongings of a certain researcher named Ikuria Shu. That researcher's belongings have all been taken away by the Legion monsters. All the other Wubbaboos and I have been spending a huge amount of time and effort on retrieving the taken items. That way, they kept getting photographed. They were so occupied with dealing with difficult opponents that they had no spare energy left to stealth themselves. If you can help them out, then you're a friend. Otherwise, they won't tell you a single word, even if you threaten to take its life. There's something fishy about this researcher thing. Beating up monsters? Leave it to me. We can all take a step back. Recovering researchers' belongings falls within the security department's purview. Apart from our duties, we can also help the Wubbaboos' requests at the same time, which is like killing two birds with one stone. Just leave this to Kalis and me. Woo! It says, happy collaborating. My comrades are always present at the scene, just waiting to strike. Hopefully you will be able to recover Ikuria Shu's belongings as soon as possible. I'm waiting for your good news. It's hard switching between voices. Or even remembering which voices I was using. Alright. Where was I? Storage zone. Thank you, thank you. That was one of my, like, when I was a kid, there were like two, two jobs I really wanted. One was being a stunt double. I don't know why, but for some reason I just really wanted to be a stunt double. But my parents were vehemently against it, and as shown by the amount of times I've had to get surgery so far in my life, a stunt double would probably not be the greatest idea for me. But me as a child, I was no fear, fully on board with the idea of being a stunt double. The other one was I always wanted to be like the narrator in like oh shoot, what are they called? In like documentaries,
forged in
like
ice.
whenever you would watch like National Geographic and it would be talking about the life of like whatever animal they're following, I always wanted to be a narrator. I thought that was so cool. And it looked like it would be a really fun job. But I honestly like could not figure out like even how you would even begin with that job, so I was just like, we'll just get a business degree like everybody suggests getting. That's the way you make money, right? Of course, I am now an apprentice for an electrician, so we're trying everything out.
The sanctuary is but a vision.
But yeah, those were the two, like, if someone was like, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? That was the two things I would answer.
Made to be broken.
Do I like being an electrician apprentice? I think it's pretty cool so far. I'm
with you.
Oh, I did not mean to click that. I'm picking it more for like practical reasons, with like the fact that electrician is a job that can't really be taken over by AI, and then is something that people are probably always going to need. So it's more for like job security more than anything else. Doing things like the streaming with the funny voices and stuff is more like for my passion career versus what my day job is. My day job's more just to make sure I can pay rent and have food on the table than anything else. But it's still interesting. I like being able to get up and walk around. I was in IT for a little bit, and I got so bored just sitting at a desk all day, answering phone calls and helping with like making sure everybody's computers were running correctly. So definitely like being able to get up and move a lot more than just sitting down. The fidgeting is real. I definitely needed like those fidget toys when I was working my IT job. Okay. Back to the supply zone. Yeah, I'm also trying to get back into like art and drawing and stuff, because I have a bad feeling about this, Kalish. Just be careful. Oh, are we gonna get like a mini boss? So that I would love to, you see them on like TikTok all the time. I would love to, oh my goodness. That is a giant Wubbaboo. What the heck? Oh, and a mini boss. Look at that Wubbaboo. But you see like sticker, what a huge Wubbaboo. The Department of Ecology managed to contain a curio this size? It's going up against a mini boss. But yeah, so I would love to like get back into my art and maybe do like just a sticker business kind of thing too on the side.
Conflict is hideous.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to work on it a bit. I'm trying to like learn how to use the digital drawing, so I might be able to in the future do like some streams doing some drawings.
Show no mercy.
Well, I haven't drawn in a while. I'm pretty sure like college pretty much took over my life so that I could get my degree. so I need to even learn how to pretty much
We
how to
are
draw
forged
from
in ice.
scratch almost.
Never
again,
falter!
so that I can learn how to do it on the computer.
Rules.
But thank you.
Are
Yeah,
made
I'll
to be
definitely
broken.
probably do streams of drawing in the future to like kind of vary up my streams a little bit. All right, let's get Kalis to
Keep at it.
heal us a little bit.
Keep at it. Keep at it.
Look at this thing. It's massive. Wubaboo? Ooh. 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 It doesn't look very different from the one from before. So it's only larger in size than the other ones? That thing's cool. Give the belongings to the Wubaboo. But yeah, definitely more of just like the passion projects will be more of just like a side thing. Unless I can like somehow get it like really off the ground. But in the meantime, it can just be a fun thing I do on the side. And that's perfectly okay. But yeah, it's so cool that you do like audio mixing and music production. That's really nifty. I would never be able to do that. I am very deaf. At most I can play a bit on the piano for like learning to do some like exercises, and it's very basic piano. It's not very like I can play the little drummer boy on it, but that's about it. I got to the point where I was needing to move my fingers a lot, and I would like the easiest way to describe it is like tripping. Like I would trip over my own fingers trying to move my hands enough to play different things with movement, and it frustrated me so much. But yeah. All right, Wubaboo, what you got? Ooh. You're back. We saw its huge brethren. You've already seen the scariest of them all. Looks like it's gonna be harder to bluff you in the future. Fortunately, you've already gotten all the things they need. I'm curious, why do the Wubaboos want researcher Ikura's shoes belongings? I don't know. I've asked the little buddy before, but it's never answered. According to the Wubaboo's habits, maybe this Ikura shoe offended them in some way, so they're taking revenge by confiscating his things. The name, Ikura shoe, it feels somewhat familiar. I don't know, actually. I haven't been paying attention to names. Kalis is right. Before handing them over to you, maybe we go through the items first? We ought to have a thorough check after getting our hands on such important evidence. Okay, I read through them. According to this letter back home, his diary and his research reports that we have on hand, he's just an ecology researcher with low access clearance, and he has once served as a Wubaboo researcher and caretaker. At some point, his research fell through and he was transferred to handle the space station's anti-gravity protection nets, daily repairs, and ionization balance maintenance. Before arriving at the space station, he was a 1 in a million genius on his home planet, but here his evaluation was extremely low, making his life here a lonely, uninteresting one. Ah yes, the frog in the well kind of situation. From his diary, we understand that he felt unfulfilled, but in his letters back home, his mother seems to have high hopes for him. He only reports good news, temporary misfortune, the grass is always greener on the other side. Maybe. After all, his diary only records events from before the Legion's invasions. When the protection net was destroyed, the Wubaboos escaped, and the 2 major research projects were halted. Maybe he's already changed his research interests and gained a renewed passion. So the belongings that the Wubaboo wanted to find belonged to such a researcher. How unrelatable. After all, I, Adler, have never faced a dilemma such as unsuccessful research. Dang. Can you imagine being that researcher and this small child being like, what a loser. Ooh. It just said, haven't you looked enough? Pass the items to me now. Seeing how you've proven yourselves to be on its side, it's now acquisitions. It's pointing you towards the base of operations, which is the end of the disposal site. Remember, only you 2 are allowed to go there. Where are we? Back to the storage zone. Uh-huh, how do I get there? But yeah, it's just like you're the big shot on your planet, you get somewhere else. But that is like, that is pretty common for like people who are in like remote areas where they're like the smartest person of their class in that remote area. Ah, it's the Wubbaboo. Oh, we've been up there before. Look, that thing's over there. It's the giant Wubbaboo. Location of the base is correct. We should get there immediately and find out the reason why they're gathering there. Yeah, I've already done this puzzle, so I should be able to pretty much cross right over pretty easily. I say, and then I'll probably get stuck, right? Alright, back up. Oops, I have isolated myself. Nope. That is not the answer to this puzzle. Ah. Oh, right. It's this panel. Yeah. Probably. Yeah, because the permanent one's here, and then... Wubbaboo! We are coming! So many Wubbaboos. They seem to be we gathered around something. Let's have a look. Look at them! So they're like, I can't tell if they're just like wearing a bedcloth over their face, kind of like Mimikyu is. Angry, sad, angry, mischievous. So this is what it is. So what exactly happened? They are so cute. I want plushies of them immediately. Just like the slimes in Genshin Impact, I want plushies of them. They put a lot of effort into this. That's right. Do you still remember what was written in the observation of a Wubbaboo behavior? What kind of Wubbaboo would gather in an empty room? Sad? Sad Wubbaboos will gather in an empty room and share their unhappy thoughts. Not only that, the name Ikurashu is carved on the memorial stone that they are guarding in this room. The carving looks new and must have been built recently. Oh no, their researcher friend died and they're all mourning him. That's a much sadder ending than I was expecting. These Wubbaboos were gathering his belongings not to prank their previous caretaker and not to destroy order on the space station. They were mourning a late friend. Oh no, it's making me tear up. No. I cry so easily when it comes to like storylines. Ugh, they can't do this to me. Looks like this researcher's name, Kurashu, perished during the Legion invasion. No wonder neither Adler nor I seem to be able to call the name. I didn't think Wubbaboos, the seemingly feral and heartless astral spirits, would cherish friendship more so than the humans do on the space station. Easily crying gang needs to rise up. Well, these little guys don't seem to be that feral. Yes, you're right, they are indeed not feral. Come to think of it, they even seem a bit cute. They are adorable, which reminds me we should set up a similar type of memorial site for those who lost their lives under the stampede of the Antimatter Legion, so to offer condolences on behalf of the station. As for Ikirashu's memorial stone, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to have it stand here for eternity. With the belongings gathered and the memorial stone secured, the ceremony is now complete. The Wubbaboos can now be appeased. But why does it seem they still have no intention to leave? Maybe there's still something missing? Or we can just let them be. It's not like they're gonna immediately be done grieving just because they put together the memorial. What's missing? Let me think. Oh, I've got it. Kalish, do you know how to take a picture? A picture of Wubbaboos gathering in front of the memorial, a picture of the giant Wubbaboo guarding the place it's by itself, and a picture of a couple Wubbaboos sharing their grief. I hope you can take a few pictures that would fit these descriptions so we can memorialize them, eternalizing their friendship to make it resilient and enduring. It's what I think would truly leave Wubbaboos at peace. Okay. Is there like, click... Arlen, you're in the photo. Get out of the way. I want to take a photo of just the Wubbaboos. Two sad Wubbaboos. And the giant Wubbaboo. Alright, we have the photos. Are we gonna put them on the memorial? If we have pictures that we can keep forever, maybe the Wubbaboos can finally fulfill their wish. Pictures are done. Thank you so much. I didn't expect these little things, which were often mistaken for specters, to have a soft side. Look at these pictures. I think it's time they leave. It will begin with collecting goal of theirs, and now that is finally realized, they should be able to continue living in peaceful coexistence with staff members. But there's still one last thing. This is a small token of appreciation for being such a kind witness to all this, Kalis. Please take it. Adler said the Wubbaboos prepared a unique blessing just for you, using the special technique of their species. From now on, you will be one of the very few who can understand them. You're indeed a species full of wonders. The space station should be the best place for them. As for the humans and the Wubbaboos, all of our lives have to go on. However, perhaps in the future you can drop by more often to have a chat with them. Think of it as commemoration of this encounter. There we go. Alright. Obtain the ability to communicate with the Wubbaboos. And then I also now have the Wubbaboo icon. Oh, they're so cute. Alright, so that's all of the ones that are on the... Yes, that are on the space station that are the shorter quests. It looks like I have some Astral Express ones, but considering the time, we definitely won't have time to do those today. Let's see, let's try and do the simulated universe again, since we were not able, we only got like halfway through it when we were doing the encounters run. Alright, and let's see if we can set them up properly this time. In the order that's good. I get way more of the remembrance than I do hunt stuff, so we'll do the remembrance this time. I haven't done the remembrance as a path before. Watch it, this time I'll get like a ton of the hunt. See how fast we can get this done.
Conflict is pitiless.
Smack. It's like smack, nope, smack. We'll get it eventually.
I've no int.
But the Wubbaboos are cute.
But the vision, break.
I was kind of expecting to like have to figure out who's possessed, kind of thing. But it was just like
Rules are made to be broken.
Alright, you might start hearing me humming when I'm not doing anything. And unfortunately, anyone who's watched Phineas and Ferb should know what I'm humming, and I don't know why, but my brain will just produce this Phineas and Ferb song that I heard ages ago and be like, this is what you're going to hum all the time. Okay, this is the Warp Trotter. 3 timid sequence creatures that resemble a pig bump into you as you wander across the wilderness where the Hithrodon people dwell. They react differently to your presence. One is trembling, one is ready to flee, and one is in a combat position. Wonder if this is based off the 3 little pigs. You remember the description written in the International Peace Guide. The creatures are called sequence trotters, and they are translatitudinal organisms. They spend most time of their lives eating and escaping. Running into a sequence trotter is an auspicious sign. You start to think of a way to deal with them. The rules of the game must be fixed according to the personality of each trotter. You're entering a room with 3 trotters. Be mindful they don't run away. A person shouldn't be on the same level as trotters. We can try it out. Okay, so it said one was attacking. Can they tell me more? Docile in nature, sweet in taste, inedible, spends most of its life feeding and flying travelers who encounter it. The treasure trotter got spooked, will flee in 2 turns. Treasure trotter is panicking and will flee in 1 turn. The trotter flees in an instant. So that one wants to escape. This one also wants to flee. Good omens. Sweet in taste, inedible. Also wants to run. Am I just supposed to beat them up? It said that the way you treat them is like you should treat them dependent on their thing.
Let's go.
The trotter is trying to escape. Okay.
Follow my charge.
No, wait, we don't want to do that.
Conflict is pitiless.
I am a failure.
Time for the
I need to take
Show
them
no
all out
mercy.
quickly so that they
ends
can't
here.
flee. Alright, I got
Fighting is
one.
meaningless.
One escaped though. Got 2. I didn't get all 3 though. Who moved my Pokeball? Don't let it get away. Okay. Ah, fully! After using Path Resonant, deals ice damage to all. Alright, back to Occurrence. Alright, you are in hall number 5 of the Sigma Galaxy United Theater. You find it hard to believe that you're sitting among a group of well-dressed and sophisticated ladies and gentlemen. You feel a buzz of anticipation for show behind the red velvet curtains. You start picturing the Salsato Troupe's Cosmic Princess, whose dress has a hem wide enough to cover the entire stage. Or it might be a scientific installation performance, the favorite of the old folks from the Jacobin School of Mathematics and Science. The Pronto Expert System, an AI device, is used to calculate the plot of the play. Or to be more mighty, the Sigma Maiden to unplug the accompaniment, and the Eternal Maiden is a man whose figure contains the golden ratio. His coiled posture when lifting the sun is forever etched in the memory of the entire world. Soon the curtains are drawn. On the stage stands a lady with a slimy blue skin. She lifts her hand and starts to sing with a synthesized coloratura. You puff your chest out and try to move your tense muscles, but you find yourself unable to move. You feel something cold pressed up against the side of your waist. Yes, you're very sure that it is a gun. Oh, not us being at the theater. Are we Abraham Lincoln? We've changed the program. The era of Akavili has ended. The classical arts are dead. Nowadays, action movies are the crowd pleasers. Tell me your choice, a man says. Please let me go, or I'll join you. Alright, this time we'll pick I'll join you. Next time I see this one, I'll say please let me go. That's not what I meant. The man sounded bewildered. He licked his lips and continued. I wanted to ask whether you prefer musical or action movies. Obtain a blessing of elation or obtain a blessing of the hunt. All characters restore HP equal to 100% of their respective max HP. My HP is like maxed out. I don't have any. No, I do have elation, I think, but we'll say elation. Okay, so this is the elation one. I still have some blues that I'm missing from elation, so it's fine. A potion is injected into your lumbar spine, and the joy of the universal harmony and unity shoots through your cerebral fluid, your brain fluid. As the Sylvia spirits encircle you and start singing a hymn, you sway your body along the music. This is an interactive play. This is a part of the show. There is no show I would want to be a part of where they have to inject something into me. I do like interactive activities though, because when there was an art museum when I was in Korea that I went to that it was fully interactive, like you were doing a scavenger hunt. You got to like pick things on a computer, do poses, take photos. It was so cool. Interactive stuff is so much more engaging and interesting to do than just going to stare at things. I'm sorry for providing an overly realistic experience for you. The interactive part has now ended. Please continue enjoying the show. Interesting. All right, let's fight.
Strategy.
So yeah, definitely if you pick... I mean, same. Look at all these. I've only gotten like 2 to 3 of them done today, and yet I have all of these companion quests and side quests. That's why I was like I needed to clean some of them up before I started working on the main quest again. All right.
I'm with you. This will strengthen our...
I commend.
Just out of curiosity, if you hit them twice, does it even do anything?
With you.
It just refreshes it. You know what, like, game, I don't want to talk about quests right now. Genshin Impact. I am like... They're gonna be releasing Fontaine soon. Oh, that was Folia's thing? That was cool.
They're made to be broken.
Like, they're gonna be releasing Fontaine soon, and I'm like...
Conflict is pitiless.
Not even close to being done with Sumeru. I
forged in
literally
ice.
haven't even
Never
met
falters.
Balladeer in the main quest for Sumeru. I am like nowhere
Here
near close
is
to getting
thunder.
done to unlock Fontaine.
Conflict is pitiless.
I think one of the big reasons I have an issue with Fontaine is just like, I like to complete an area entirely before I go to the next area. And doing map completion in Sumeru is like a nightmare because there's multiple levels. Because it could be above ground, it could be underground, and then they also have places where you like have to go somewhere to teleport into a separate area. And so I'm just like, I can't. Oh yeah, all of the desert quests. I think most people are more intimidated by the Aranara quest than anything else. I have the Aranara quest completely done. Like, I have 100%ed it, but I didn't do it all in one sitting because that's just too much. But literally after I got done with the Aranara quest, I like lost any interest in working on the quests. When it came to Genshin, I'm like, I need a breather since completing the Aranara quest, so I haven't gotten much farther in. But yeah, that was one of the things I was like, oh, if I can get like streaming up and running, maybe I'll stream some Genshin. But I'd wait until, because I wouldn't want to start a new account. I would just want to keep going on my current one.
It's too late to repent.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'll wait until Fontaine is released. And then I'll just,
Show no mercy.
and then I'll just do like Fontaine. And then I'll just start at Fontaine, I mean, but... I don't know if I'm going to be done with Sumeru by the time Fontaine comes out.
Conflict is pitiless.
One thing I wish was that the interactive map for Genshin, I wish that was like linked to the map in game. That would be so nice. Because that's one of the things I do hate doing, is just like going back going back and forth when you're doing exploration between what you're doing and then having to mark it off on the interactive map to make sure that you get everything so that you can get that 100%. Because it's really hard if you just run around the map and like don't click on anything on the interactive map, because then you'll get to a point where you're like missing like 2%, right? Oh, these are new. All right. So this is if you get like 6 of their blessings, you can unlock one of these. Path resonance regenerates, reducing freeze resistance. Let's do freeze resistance. All right, occurrence run. So what occurrence do we get? Okay, it's the human head one again from Yaoshi. So we did this one last time. We clicked the 3-star rarity one and we did not survive the next part. But I am only missing a lot of the 3 stars and 2 stars, so this has a higher chance of giving me something I don't have already. But so far the 2 times I've done it have not been helpful.
We need a
Haven't
strategy.
given me anything new.
Keep at it. Keep at it. Keep at it. Keep at it.
Alright, let's see if we can defeat this guy this time.
A will forged in ice never falters! Rules are made to be broken!
Conflict is pitiless. Show no mercy.
The sanctuary is but a vision! Break!
Hear this thunder. Conflict is pitiless.
A will forged in ice never falters!
But yeah, I'm about at the desert quests. I think I've done all of the forest quests at this point.
Was that it? Hear this thunder.
But
Show
I'm
no
just
mercy.
I've started the desert ones, but I do not have any will currently to force myself to do the quests. I'm like just barely getting through the events. And I've heard with the next
Conflict
update
is pitiless.
that the events are going to be focused around the card game that's in the game, and I'm not the biggest fan of TCG. I only did it up to the point to get most of the achievements for it, so that I could unlock that cat main card.
Rules are made to be broken.
So I'm not the biggest fan that the event is going to be based off of the card game. I'm not the biggest fan of
Forged
that.
in ice.
Like the next 3 events are going to be based off that card game.
Conflict is pitiless. Show no mercy.
I am excited for the reruns though. I'm currently on guaranteed, and I have like high pity and everything, so I can't wish for anything. But I am so mad because I really want Changyun Constellations, like really want him. I got him once on the beginning banner, and then every single time after that to get Constellations for him, I've had to use the lantern rite where you get to like pick a person that you can get. I've had to pick Changyun every single time, and and so he's gonna be on the next banner, but I have my ticket over here to look. I already have like 66 on it, so I literally cannot no, that's the weapon banner. I have 72 on the limited banner because I was trying to get Kave so much, and I'm like, I have a guaranteed. I have to wait until Kazua's rerun because I've been trying to get Kazuma every single banner from the one that he came in. The first one he was introduced in, I've been trying to get Kazuha, and every single time I've lost the 50-50 on his. And so since I finally have guaranteed, I'm like, I literally cannot wish on anything. And then like I said, I have the weapon banner at like 66 currently, so I literally can't wish at all until Kazuha and Alhaitham's rerun. I also really wanted Alhaitham. I lost the 50-50 though on it. So hopefully, I'll be able to get Kazuha in like my first 10 pull on his rerun, and then I can dedicate the rest of my pulls to Alhaitham. Because I already have, we'll do an encounter. I already have, if you do that like Kazuha story quest, you get like a sword from it. I know it's not the best sword from him, but it's like supposed to be his sword, and so I already have a sword for him, and then I can just drain the rest of my limited wishes on Alhaitham and on Alhaitham's weapon, because I really want Alhaitham to be my Dendro character. But yeah, I tried really hard to get Kave. I got every single other character on the banner except for Baiju, of course, but I got all the 4 stars except for Kave. Kave is literally the only 4-star character I don't have currently that's out, because I used to not have Candace, but I got Candace on this banner. But Kazuha is so cute. I've been trying so much to get him, and I will have him. I just have to wait it out. I'm just mad that I can't wish on this one to get Changyun Constellations, because I've been trying so much to get Changyun Constellations. Okay, you reach an Elway-style tavern with a lively atmosphere. You order a cocktail concocted with Marion oranges and a palm cinnamon. Then you observe the crowd. Everyone is wearing a mask and has different body sizes. From this, you know it is a tavern where the masked fools gather. Welcome to Tavern's World Inns. That's the one that the guy that got off the space station, he stated, oh, if you go to the Tavern World's End and you go to a specific seat, and then you put the Capicoli there, I'll know. I'm keeping with Aha's will. We'll have some fun next. And we'll fight both.
The sanctuary is but a vision.
Oh, I think I did this last time. I should have picked one of the other. Oops. I was like, this situation seems familiar.
Show no mercy.
Alright, so I definitely can say from now having done a combat round and then doing these occurrence rounds, that the combat round gives you more blessings, which might make it easier to actually get through the game or get through the simulated universe because you have more blessings to back you
Here,
up.
this thunder. Conflict is
But
pitiless.
in exchange with the encounters are more likely to get
Will
you
forged in ice. Never
achievements
falters.
that you don't have. That's so far what I have to
Here,
say about
this thunder.
the difference between an encounter run
Show no
and
mercy.
or an occurrence run versus a combat run on this. Some people have been comparing Jing Yuan to some new ones I don't have. We'll do this one. And like kind of comparing her to Serval, but I feel like Jing Yuan is closer to Herta because of his like follow-up attack ability.
Seize the initiative. I'm with you.
I commend.
This will strengthen our... Keep at it.
Alright, since it's already like 4:15, I might not be able to get to the main story quest, unfortunately.
Conflict is pitiless.
We might just get through this for the day and then start closing things down. But we got the event
Here,
fully
it's
completed,
thunder.
so we're done with the event. We were able to do, as long as we pass this, we were able to do a full occurrence run in simulated universe.
Conflict
That's
is
good.
pitiless.
We got 3 of the side quests
Show
done.
no mercy.
And oh my gosh, the side quests were wild. We had like a
Will forged
morality
in ice.
question on
Never
if we should let a
falter.
sentient robot understand that it's a person.
Here,
We
this
learned
thunder.
about Capicola and Guy on the Run. And then we got to interact with the Wubbaboos.
It's but a
And we
vision.
found out that the Wubbaboos are... It was very sad, you know, for how they introduced the Wubbaboos. I was expecting like an Among Us thing to almost happen, being like, oh, who's possessed by the Wubbaboo? Not the Wubbaboo's caretaker died and they're all mourning his loss. But some really good ones. We're down to almost the last...
Are made to be broken.
from the Herta Space Station store, we're almost down to the last, the last accomplishment for spending money at the store. Ooh, I could not think of the word.
Here, this thunder.
Is that all? Will forged in ice. Never falters.
I'd say we did some pretty good accomplishments.
Show no mercy.
We also did our... We
Is
tried
that
to
all?
do some drawings, even if we didn't get anything too much.
is pitiless.
I'd say overall pretty good.
The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
We can actually get this monster defeated. You would think all the robots would be leaving us alone, considering the fact that Svarog is now on our side. Or at least not standing in our way, not on our side. Nice. Okay, occurrence run done. You see memories. Unlock 18 blessings. But yeah, as you can see, oh, I'm almost done with these. 2 more of the gold and 1 more blue. But as you can see with all of these, I'm literally just missing some gold and blue. Oh, that's where I just was. Let's see. Max HP, defense, or attack. HP is always the way to go first, in my opinion. We're still at 6 at the store. 2 more and we could get 8. We could be able to get that. But I imagine... it will be a hot minute till we get to World 3. Capture trotters 1 time in simulated universe. Let trotters escape 1 time in a simulated universe. Have 10 or more blessings of remembrance when clearing simulated universe. Let's see. Do we got most of these? It's gonna make me level up a relic again, isn't it? Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get to 50 before this resets, because it's got 12 more days. We'll have to see, but probably not. When it comes to this thing, I'll tell you all my policy. It's the same one with Genshin. If naturally I can get to 50, because I know there's a way where you can like buy 10 levels, like if you're at 40, you could buy your way to 50. If naturally I get to 50, I will buy the pass that will let me unlock everything down here, but otherwise I just leave it till next time. I do the same thing in Genshin, where it's like if I can get to it, it's fine, but otherwise, no, I'm good. Oh, I still have another hour until these. Okay, I think I have cleared out everything there. Let's go pop by the parlor so that I can talk to Pom Pom and get my
We have to find it.
Trailblaze level up rewards. And now I'm stuck until I get past the equilibrium level 2. But look at this. Adolin level 6 for our main guy. For the destruction path, though. I've heard that we get to change paths, kind of like the Traveler in Genshin gets to change elements. So I imagine I will have to... I love the star design on his chest. That's cool. Okay, I think I've got everything for now. We got 3 and 3, so we're working to get back up to a 10 pull on both of those. So, yeah. I think that's all for now. Next time, since I've shown you all the simulated universe stuff, I probably will do that off screen for now since I've done everything in World 2, a combat run and an occurrence run. But characters involved in a mission are currently are involved in another mission. Oh, not this. Not this again, where it's like, oh, you can't access this mission until you do another one. So next time, I will probably still work on these other side missions. These might take a bit longer, obviously, since they have the word part in them. But we'll keep working on our side missions to clear them out before we get back to the main mission. And I guess, like, in the meantime, I'll just continue working on getting all of this stuff leveled up in preparation for Equilibrium level 2. There shouldn't really be anything else. We're gonna keep working, like I said, to getting that last 10 pole to hopefully get Jing Yuan's light cone. We have another 13 days to get those, another 10, so that we can try and get this light cone. So other than that, I think that's it. So thank you everyone for watching. I will, of course, add this to the pile of that need to be uploaded to YouTube. They come out every Wednesday and Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I guess that's about it. So thank you all for watching. I might finally be able to get that stream schedule now that it looks like my day job is going to be setting up my next set of work. So you might also get a stream schedule soon. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a lovely day, night, whatever time it happens to be for you in the world. And goodbye.